Hello, everyone. This is a bit different, isn't it? Welcome to our live watch-along for the Manchester United FA Cup quarter-final clash. It is Saturday, the 27th of June. I nearly said March then. We're certainly past March. It's June. It's the 27th. It's the third game at Carrow Road in a row. Chris, we're going to be watching throughout the game, and we've already got people in the comments joining us. So welcome to everyone. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us for the entirety of this. The ticker is about to go on, which will show us the team news. What do we make of the team news?
I'm actually relatively happy with it. I think people are questioning Rupp. Obviously, I know that we're talking about Mario quite a lot at the moment. I think Mario has been hard done by there, but the team looks stronger. It does feel more defensive as well, which is quite important when you're coming up against Manchester United. I think it's so important that we make sure that we're not down at half time today. The boys have got to really dig deep defensively more than they ever have this season. It's going to be a really tough game against the Manchester United side that are absolutely flying. There's no two ways about it. But really excited, mate. I'm just really up for it. I think, you never know. I think form does go out the window when it comes to the Cup. And I think it's one of those opportunities where, the Norwich players, Daniel Farke, they've got the opportunity to prove to the supporters that they've not, waved the white flag on this season. They've got a great opportunity, mate, to go to Wembley, to go to the semi-final of the FA Cup. This is huge. This isn't just a normal cup game. And even the fans not being there, it still feels a bit special today. It feels like something big can happen.
Yeah, massive opportunity, and not only the chance to progress into an FA Cup semi-final, which would be magical in itself. This is a great opportunity to just start to get fans back on side. I think there's been a slight sort of rift over the last couple of weeks with Norwich fans. The performances haven't necessarily been there. Some of the comments have been questionable. Let's quickly run you through the Manchester United team. 8 changes from their last game. Romero in goal, Dalot, Bailly, Maguire and Shaw in defence, McTominay and Fred and Mata as a midfield with Fernandes, Lingard and Ighalo. Chris, it shows the strength that Manchester United have got to make 8 changes and still field what's a pretty decent side.
You're right, Jack, but that excites me massively. Maybe famous last words, but I would have thought Manchester United would have played their first team straight away. I'm surprised they've made. This is the first time I've actually heard that about Manchester United, Jack, and I'm surprised by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. I personally would value this game and start your best 11 as we know, and then take off your best players. But you are right, Jack. This is still a team that could potentially still absolutely destroy us if we're not switched on. One thing I am disappointed in, Jack, is Anel Hernandez because of the opposition that we're playing today. He came on against Manchester United, carried, of course. He scored a goal that didn't really mean anything and famously did his spanking cello. But for me, Manchester United fear Anel Hernandez. So I'm quite surprised that Daniel Farke has not started him. I think that is a shame, but maybe the game plan today, maybe we're guessing a little bit because we still really don't know what we're trying to achieve at the moment. Maybe we're trying to just sit tight, stay defensive, and then hit them hard and fast after the break. The key moment in this game, Jack, as it has been for the last 2, stay in the room, which we've done for that Everton game. But the first 10 or 15 after half-time is crucial. Norwich City must perform in that period. We must come out at half-time, all guns blazing, wanting to win this game for the pride, for the fans, for the club, and to really actually restart our season again. Because at the moment, we're going down without a fight, and we're certainly not going to go any further in the FA Cup.
Yeah, definitely, mate. As you say there, it is about, starting solidly, but also trying to get that first goal, because we've seen the stats and we haven't picked up a single point from losing positions so far this season. I know that's league form. But I suppose we did in the Cup, didn't we? We went behind against Spurs in the last round and went on to win the game. Stuart Hodge, hello Stuart, friend of the show. If you haven't already listened to Stuart's podcast with Stuart Webber, it's a great listen. I'm sure you can find it on Twitter. Stuart says that Man United 11 is beatable, but we need to be at our best. Expect us to jam the central area in midfield. Chris, that's been the issue I think we've seen in the last couple of games. The midfield has looked weak, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully the boys have bucked their ideas up since the very disappointing defeat to Everton. I think that they'd be very, very disappointed with how it's gone. But no, look, listen, Jack. I've spoken to a couple of the lads this morning, and they're more fired up than ever before to do the fans proud today. So I'm very hopeful that we'll see a reaction. I can't obviously guarantee that from all of them, but I think it's highly likely that we will see a reaction today. I must say, Jack, I agree with Hodgie there. Defensively, Manchester United are there for the taking. So although we're sitting back, and this is why I'm thinking an L starting would have been quite potent going forwards. If we can if we can actually do what Daniel Farke wants to do, pick up the ball, drive it forwards, and bring the game to Manchester United, we will cause them damage. Todd Cantwell, Emi Buendia, we love that. We love that between those three. Of course, Timu Pukki up top. I do think we can and will do some damage today. Yeah,
definitely. Again, we had it when we went live before the Everton game. The team news that day was slightly more questionable. As you can see along the bottom there, Cantwell, Pukki and Buendia are all back in the side, which is, of course, positive. Carlos Durrant, good to see you, mate. He says, Pukki hat-trick, just got a feeling. Love it, Carlos. On the flip side, we've got Jamie Neve. Jamie says, can you guys understand the team selection? Again, no Mario, no Mo, no Onel on the bench. Yeah, we've spoke about Hernandez. The other one, Chris, is Mario Vrancic, isn't it? He hasn't featured much this season, really, and was one of the shining lights of last season, along with Marco Stiepman, who also hasn't featured much this campaign. What do you think the thinking behind that is?
I think the thinking behind it, Jack, is actually the need to make some tackles today. We're going to need to cut some people. We are. Manchester United going forwards are very good and very quick on the counter. No matter what team they field, they have got quite a clear philosophy under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer already, in my opinion. And so for Norwich today, we've got to be making challenges early doors. We're going to have to take a couple of bookings. I don't see Mario as that type of player. I think Mario is fantastic going forwards. He's obviously a sublime kick taker, that goes without saying, which is why we're all so surprised that he didn't start against Southampton or Everton. But no, look, for me, mate, I'm not that upset with the team news, because don't forget, Jack, we berated the team news, but we said this is because he really values this cup game. So the team news thing, let's discuss that post-match after the result, because Daniel Farke has put all of his red chips on the FA Cup. So we'll see if he wins double.
Definitely. Of course, we're all having to watch today's game from home. We've got BBC One on, which is always nice to see Norwich on the BBC. There's something quite special about that. Barry is watching the show. Hello, Barry. He's saying, big hello from Southeast London. Let's do this. Let's just go for it. Nothing to lose. I'd love for everybody to put in the comments, where are you guys watching from today? We'll go through. I'm sure people all over the world watching Norwich City. And of course, if you're a Manchester United fan, let us know where you're coming from. Chris, we can see Carrow Road. We can see Carrow Road on the screen now. It looks lovely, doesn't it?
Oh, dreamy. I love those aerial views, by the way, apart from when it shows Morrison's car park, but we'll try and forget that for the time being. Scarf's looking fantastic as well, Jack. Great little bit of fun there. Lovely to see the scarves. And as always, the sun blaring down on Carrow Road. But I wonder if they'll use that as an excuse today, because that was an excuse against Everton, wasn't it? So, by the way, we've had a comment. Someone watching in North Carolina, would you be? Oh, wow, we've got a comment from Pakistan, Jack.
Lovely.
Look at this. Look at
watching from Karachi, Pakistan. Love your channel. This was my favourite one, Chris. Let me just find it. This is from Max. Max is watching from work at Sainsbury's.
That's impressive, but we've just had one. A Chelsea fan comes from India, but watching in Ghana.
Amazing.
Wow. Now that is a combo. Lovely to see.
Loads and loads of people watching from America. Monkey Magic watching from North Carolina. Nathan Henderson watching from the USA. Look at this one. Laurie Martin watching all the way from Zimbabwe. Good to see you, everyone. Yeah, so there is 4 minutes until kickoff. Chris, you're obviously in Norwich, a few miles away from Carrow Road. What's the weather like? What are we feeling? Because it's very, very miserable here in Surrey.
Mate, that is dross chat. That's like the commentators in the last game. What's the weather like? Oh, it's a lovely walk to the cathedral.
I'll tell you what, I've got this Budweiser beer, which is questionable, but it's very cheap in Tesco. I cannot, for the life of me, it's got a twisty lid. I can't get it off.
Oh, mate, you absolute amateur. But it's all about the Estrella, by the way, 100%.
Yeah. Well, Woodford's, of course, just their sponsors. Yeah, the teams are coming out. Juan Mata.
By the way, absolute player as well, by the way. He's torn us apart a few times over the years for both Chelsea and Man. Well, not for Chelsea. Grant Holt man-marked him. There's a great picture of Grant Holt laughing at Juan Mata on the floor after he dived. That was an absolute classic. Look, these boys look focused coming out of this tunnel now, Jack. Oh, apart from Tim Close. It's funny as ever. I'm just
going to read the last few comments of where everyone's watching from. This is a Brighton fan from Haywards Heath, lovely part of the world, the heart of Sussex. Watching from Manchester, but supporting Norwich. I am Rocker 92. Love that. Ummai says this feels very, very professional. Thank you. Doesn't feel professional from this end. And let's get one final one from Darren Stevenson, watching all the way from Stockholm. Another lovely part of the world. I think we've got most of the world covered. Okay, Chris, we usually do this on the Matchday Experience around this time. Score prediction. In that time, I need to carry out two quick chores. I need to put my light on and I need to get a bottle opener. Go for it.
Right. Okay. First of all, I'm going to flip this question on the audience watching. I really want to hear your score predictions. So make sure you get all of your score predictions below. Don't worry. Show that vulnerability. Open up. If you're feeling confident, don't be afraid to admit it. There's something magical about Norwich on these days when you're feeling a little bit quietly confident that we could do something, but you're afraid to say it. So get your comments in the comment description below. I am going to make a big shout here, and I'm going to say 2-1 to Norwich. I'm going 2-1 to Norwich. We're going to go behind in the second half, yeah, and we're going to pull off a miracle. Anel Hernandez is going to come onto the pitch. He's going to score an absolute banger, and then to finish it off, Emi Buendia, bit of magic, flick between the feet, nutmegs the goalkeeper. See you later. That's why I put it. Jack, what are you going for?
Even going behind, we've got a chance today.
You know, mate, Mate, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this beer has got a higher percentage than I think. But no, for me, look, I look at that team and I think we could do something there.
Okay, everyone's score predictions in. Jet 1961 saying 2-0. Ben Huntley saying 2-1. Matthew Johnson saying 2-1 head, 2-0 defeat, Heart. Nazran, watching from Karachi in Pakistan, let's not forget. Tim Krul, the masterclass on penalties. Thanks very much for that comment, Nazran. Lots and lots of people saying 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 Norwich from Sean Conway. The players out.
We're clapping here. We need to clap here for the coronavirus. Come on.
Chris, there's a comment in here from Alan Pardew, and Alan says 3-1 defeat. Do you want a quick fact about Alan Pardew?
Go on.
He lives just up the road that I'm looking on. He lives literally 8 houses down.
You're earning way too much money. By the way, on the Ball City, any interest?
No, none at all, unless you want to.
Yeah,
no, you know what? Go on then.
Kick it off. Throw it in. Have a little scrimmage. Keep it low. Splendid rush. Bravo. On the Ball City. Never mind the danger. Steady on. Now's our chance. Oh, we scored. City. Come on, the boys.
What is strange here, Chris, is we're obviously having to watch this on mute because of the watch-along. So we don't want, Motson's voice or whoever's commentating today to come over on this. It's slightly odd watching it with no commentary, isn't it?
It is. So people have to appreciate here. We're not going to feel the intensity of the commentary coming from the mighty Steve Wilson and Jermaine Gina.
Definitely. As we've said, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Here's my mum. She gets the classic shout. She always does. I'm singing too. Well done, mum. Hopefully you got the words right. Chaz Tat saying, thanks, Chris. Quality singing. Loads of people loving that. Great stuff. Okay, the early stages then. The sun looks to be beaming down upon Carrow Road. Luke Shaw, that's a player who...
I've waited for a long time, mate. I actually found it. I felt a bit sorry for him, weirdly. Really out of favour at Manchester United. I really rated him at Southampton. But to be fair, he's starting to really grow as a footballer now. Not that we care about Manchester United, but there you go. Jack, whilst we're watching this, want to talk about a little bit actually about the previous game. Want to talk about actually how I felt almost as if we could have done a lot better in that game, mate. And this is the thing that I know Manchester United won 3-1, but I just looked at that game and I thought, again, relatively fine margins. We weren't completely bossed off the park. I remember McTominay scored, of course, and didn't take a liking to him that day.
Oh, we're talking about Man United. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Everton then.
No. Talking about the Manchester United game when they came to Carrow Road this season, I really did think they were there for the taking. And of course, all of their supporters back in Great Yarmouth had a long trip home that day. So
it's been frustrating, hasn't it, this season? Because there's been a lot of games in which the Man United one in particular, the Tim Krul penalty saves really stick out, and then it was they were brought back. But yeah, I think to be fair to Manchester United, though, I don't think too many teams have completely sussed us out this season. I think they're one of the few that have.
They did at Old Trafford, mate. They absolutely played us off the park. I mean, we spoke about this before in the post-match live, Jack. The games that we have been destroyed in and completely whitewashed in terms of performance, Wolves away, Manchester United away, Aston Villa at home are games that particularly stand out. Also, Crystal Palace away, we just didn't turn up there. So you are very right. Manchester United do have the ability to completely destroy us, but don't forget they played their best 11 that day. I don't think this is their best 11. So I think we have got an opportunity here to try and cause some damage and put them on the back foot. And, if we can nick a goal in these early stages, you never know, Jack, that, Manchester United then have to come out and try and press us. And that opens up. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but I was watching the highlights of the Norwich Man City game, obviously, for probably about the 15th time to cheer me up the other day. And the way that Teemu Pukki just brought the ball forwards and threaded through Todd Cantwell that day, we have got that in our locker. And this is what I'm saying to you, Jack. This team on paper has got the ability to cause a big cup shock today.
Massively, yeah. I mean, it's been a fairly scrappy first 3 minutes here. Norwich camped fairly deep, a clear kind of two banks of four, really. It's good to see Alex Tete back in there. I think he improved things against Everton. But as you say, Chris, Manchester United haven't put their first team out. There's a few 8 changes since their last game in which they beat Sheffield United. They're knocking it about with relative ease at the moment. But I think Norwich will be happy with this start. Nothing too scrappy. No, Pukki, no.
We're only 3 minutes in there, mate. There's a long way to go.
There is a very
Tete, what are you doing there?
Way to go. Quick comment from the Brazilian Canary. He says, on the ball, City. Good to
There's
have you.
No way that's a foul there, by the way. No way is that a foul there.
Alex Tete.
Cheap as you like.
Is it? Why has Farker got his park on? It's not that cold, is it?
Do you think Daniel Farker's got some sort of temperature medical condition that he has to always wear a Farker parka? Because it's weltering. Maybe, Jack, it's conditioning. Maybe he, like people in the gym that wear a hoodie to sweat more. Maybe he wears his Farker parka to sweat more, to lose some body weight, to give him more energy at half time. Maybe that's the case. You never know. Great to see so many of you in the live comments, by the way. We are watching them throughout, and want to say a massive thank you for you to.
Oh, here we go. Emmy Buendia down the right hand side. That's what we missed against Everton.
Oh, what a chop! Oh no!
Oh, the break here. Unlucky. I think you might be a second ahead of me, but not to worry. You'll be celebrating. I'm on the halfway line.
That's all right. We're only doing a live stream, but that's absolutely fine. No, Jack, I was going to say I want to thank everyone in here today because this is the first time that we're doing this, and Really interested to get everyone's thoughts and feelings and feedback afterwards, so we can best improve going forwards into the next fixtures. Really excited to be doing these live watch-alongs. So thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, massively. And I don't know if anyone is watching the game with us or you've just put us on. We're on BBC One today. 5 minutes have gone in this game. It's still 0-0. Hello to everyone joining us. Let us know.
Blatant dive here by Bally, by the way. Oh, get a grip, lads. Get a grip.
It's a fantastic
I cannot stand that. What is it about big clubs and diving? It's just unbelievable.
I put a video out on the Talk Norwich City Twitter account the other week. And remember when Sanchez got pushed in the pit in around that position?
Probably one of the best things that Ryan Bennett ever did for the club, actually. Have to say. Great pressure from Toddy there. Go on, Toddy. Go on.
Hello. Oh. Cut back. Pookie. Oh.
See, this is it, Jack. I can feel something special in the air today.
I don't know about you, but
what is Tete doing?
That reminded me of Cameron Jerome's goal at Wembley, catching the ball in that kind of position.
Yeah, true. Very true. By the way, and this is why Toddy gets in this team. This is why Toddy gets in that team. Lovely play there. Unlucky from Pookie, mind.
Was that Max Aaron's kind of on the edge of the box there? If that would have been cut back to him, I'd bank on him to finish that.
Would you?
Yeah, I think so. I
love Maxi, but I'm not sure shooting's his best trait, I have to say.
Ashley Piggott saying, what is the time on our screens? It's 6:55 for me.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Igor. Hopefully this isn't the story of the game, mate. His electricity's just gone down.
Oh, no, corner. Hold your breath. We just conceded a corner, Jack.
Are we going zonal? God, Lingard's hair's getting long.
Oh, God's sake. I hate corners now. It's like conceding a penalty for us.
You know what, mate? I'd love to be in the banner printing business right now.
Oh, but you'd be rolling in it.
Yeah.
Absolutely rolling in it. Oh, dear.
Paul Maguire. Krul! That's a good hand. Good hands on it from Timmy Krul. Again, though. All coming from that corner ball, wasn't it? It was Luke Shaw that whipped it in. Harry Maguire gets above Jamal.
That's a foul on Jam, though. Definitely a foul on Jam there.
Great handling from Timmy. Is he your player of the season, Chris?
Right. Jack, I want to bring something up. There's been a brilliant comment in here, and everyone needs to learn from him. Matthew Johnson on Facebook says, holding my hand up, wasn't convinced with Todd last season, but totally on board this season. This is the thing with football, yeah? We're afraid to admit...
Here, by the way, Chris, so I'm just going to interrupt. Jamal Lewis whips it in. Back post, Wendy cleared away.
I was just going to say, mate, I'm really pleased that Matthew said, look, I got it wrong. And I think as football fans, we need to be a lot better at that. Not afraid to admit when we've got things wrong. I think that's something that we all need to try and work on over the coming weeks, that's for sure. Because Todd's been sublime, mate. I said the other day, actually, I think Kenny McLean for me this season, a lot of people have been giving him a lot of stick, but, I know it's not under 14s football, but certainly my most improved player. I think he's done really well. I do think, and again there, great defending there, absolutely superb.
Definitely. Joe Tully says, today is the day.
Are you looking at our defense?
I put on Twitter the other day of him watching. Was it Glasgow?
No, it's 300, mate.
300, is it?
Yeah. This is Sparta.
Loved it. You could just tell he was really getting in the moment. Manchester United down the left, crossed it in. Good handling from Timmy Krul. Jen, my girlfriend, saying, come on, Norwich. She's out and about on a run today. She's obviously tuning in. Good to see you, Jen. Hope you're well. This is from Chaz Tats. Yeah, good point. Emi Buendia versus Harry Maguire is not the headering battle I want to see. Hopefully.
Really? I think Harry Maguire has been an absolute donkey in the last game. So,
okay. Well, Chris, 10 minutes have gone. Norwich, you argue, have had the better of the possession at the moment.
Would you?
What, the most dangerous places?
Yeah, we've had the ball in the most dangerous of places. You're right, Jack. That is for sure, 100%. That's a sumptuous ball there by Juan Mata, and Luke Shaw cocks it up. Yeah, I'm feeling quite nice about this, Jack. But I was feeling like this in the Everton game, and I was feeling this in the Southampton game. And as I have already said, I will not be passing too much judgment on this game until about 50 minutes in. By the way, quite aggressive there from Manchester United, getting quite agitated by the amount of ball that we've had. That's for sure. Great to see. Go on, Toddy. See, that's the way we want, Jack. See, and we said, football supporters, they only want two things: goals and passion. And we're getting passion so far. And this is because we are playing our best players that want it. They really want it. And Todd has been superb in these opening minutes, that's for sure.
Chris, I don't know about you, mate, but I've already seen an increase in tempo from these boys in the first 10 minutes, quicker into the tackle. And it seems like Todd Cantwell's everywhere. He's got something to prove today, Todd Cantwell.
Yeah, I like it. He's done something different with his Leon Barnett as well, which is great to see. Although we've just conceded one of our favourite things to concede, a corner. This doesn't look good. We're right. Oh, Todd again there. Absolutely superb. Go on.
Yeah, no, it's been a promising first 11 minutes for Norwich. I mean, certainly quicker into the tackle than the previous two games. It's good to see the energy from Pukki, from Cantwell, from Buendia up top. Man, it's actually started at a very high tempo, this game. We've seen in the Premier League, the first half of games have been very slow, very slow. I mean, that Everton game nearly sent me to sleep.
Tell you what, Jack, one of the things that I'm noticing, and I don't want to say it too early, but screw it. I'm not going to say it at this point. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna tempt fate now, and I'm gonna say it. First opening minutes, we look really structured and we look really organised.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And we've got to give praise where it's due, Jack.
Yeah, United are, they've got the talent. They're certainly using the wings to attack as Luke Shaw comes in. Their wing backs are very high up. That's where we like to see Manchester United have a shot. It blocked, it falls to Todd Cantwell. It's a lovely pass to Pukki.
Ref, yes.
The problem is, Chris, and what we've really got to, contend with well tonight is when we do get the ball out of our box.
Yeah.
We saw there, we got it up to Pukki. There was no one with him. He did well to draw the foul there. Grant Holt used to do that so well. What we were so good at last season was when we did clear the ball, we were so quick to break. And I think Stiefman helped that. We're going to be in our half a lot of the game tonight. And we've just got to make sure we're really turning play over quickly. Great play from Pukki there. Haven't seen enough of that from him in recent weeks. Draw the foul, and then you can reset, and then you can start to build again.
We've not seen enough of that in the restart, but that's because we've been playing Josip Dermic, Jack. So I think that criticism of Pukki is really unjust there, actually. But I think you're right in saying, being able to hit teams on the break, as I've said, in that Manchester City game, we did it excellently. And one of the things that I was very impressed with Tottenham, actually, I know that they didn't end up getting a result, but they were brilliant the other night. The way that they brought the ball forward so quick with Son and Kane's there to finish. And
this is Root.
No. Quick feed by Rupp there, by the way, takes plenty of criticism, but that was very good there by Lucas Rupp. Of course, sponsored by Talk Norwich City.
Of course, no, it's great to see Lucas. Lucas maybe hopefully putting some critics to bed tonight, you could say. I don't know about you, Chris, but I just love watching Toddy Cantwell play. He just looks like a footballer and he plays like a good footballer as well.
Without a doubt, mate. Absolutely. I think Tim Krul gets it for me, but Todd Cantwell, a very valiant second place in the player of the season, that's for sure.
Again, and fantastic play to once again. We're getting a lot of room down the left here as Jamal bombs up the pitch. There's no one in the box.
Come
on, Jan. Oh. That's good though, Chris. We're getting in far better positions. This is promising from Norwich.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I love that from you. It's about time you said something like that. Absolutely agree. I think you're right, mate. We're getting the ball in dangerous positions, but look, dangerous positions doesn't mean anything in football, mate. We've got to get some shots on. We need to be peppering the goalkeeper today. A huge problem for me in that last game was having one shot on target all game, which, by the way, was a tame effort from Lucas Rupp into the centre of the goal. We need to be peppering the goalkeeper today, mate. We need to be testing the GK. It's super important, very important, and can change the game.
Says Todd is different class. He certainly has been in the opening 14 minutes of this clash.
Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant, mate. I've run out of kind of words to praise Todd Cantwell this season. And as we said, Jack, in our post-match, it's so important to have players like Todd Cantwell in there. Players like Todd Cantwell do get criticism for giving the ball away and making mistakes, but we need to remember that they're in there to make those calculated gambles. Those of you that follow me on Twitter would have enjoyed my tweet of Wes Houlihan training this week with the mighty Bass training. And God, I miss those players. I miss Wes, and then Todd for me. Has the ability to become the next Wes Houlihan for Norwich. He really does. He's got everything in his locker. He absolutely has.
Yeah, if you're joining us on the watch along, hello, welcome to the show. 15 minutes into this FA Cup clash, it's still 0-0. We've got viewers from Peterborough all the way to Pakistan today. So welcome along, my friends. It's 0-0. It's an FA Cup quarter-final match. And
forget Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. It's Peterborough to Pakistan, the Norwich City way. Talk
Sean Conway says Jamal put in a real shift down the left-hand side. You have to agree, Sean. He's been the bright spark, and it's clear here that we're trying to get our wing backs high up the pitch to deliver them crosses and hopefully get Pukki's skull on the end of one of them.
Ooh, lovely.
I think he's only ever scored one header for Norwich.
I've never heard you say that before, Jack. A skull.
Skull.
Are you shitting me?
You know who I do like watching? I think we've already mentioned him. I've got a very, very soft spot for Juan Mata.
Yeah, no, he's lovely. And to be fair, his charity initiative, and it says a lot. People
I haven't heard of that.
People give footballers so much stick. No, basically, yeah, Juan Mata has set up a charity, and I think it might be called, is it 5% or 1% of all of, I can't even remember what the name is now, so let me know in the comments, but it's basically footballers that sign up to this organization and they take a proportion of the footballers' wages and they give that to a group of charities. Absolutely fantastic idea. And this is what pisses me off about. I mean, we won't do politics, but it does frustrate me that people give footballers all of the grief that they get, because they're all fantastic. Like most of them, the large majority are doing some amazing things. And a lot of people only view things. That's great play. Go on, the boys!
Hey, go on, Timu.
Come on,
Timu down the right side. Position for Norwich.
Back stick. Oh.
Hit it. Oh.
Tete. Oh.
That's a massive chance for Norwich. Todd Cantwell plays in Timu Pukki. He's got to find the pass. He doesn't find the pass. And now Manchester United are through on goal. This is end-to-end stuff in this FA Cup quarter-final.
Superb there.
Chris, I'm sweating with excitement right now.
Are you? Wow. I'm not surprised with that cap on, Jack. Woo!
Thanks, mate.
Talk to me about your cap, by the way. What's the thought process behind that?
Well, when I take it off, it's that.
Wow.
So I leave it on.
Wow. You are looking sublime.
I look like someone who's gone on a gap year to try and find themselves, I think.
Jack, I'm really frustrated. A pirouette. Unlucky. Jack,
It's so funny. You know what I've really missed with you, Chris, is I've really missed watching you watch football because you're so vocal.
Mate, I can't help it. Still or die. It's my love. It's my passion. No, what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now, Jack.
I'm just going to lose your train of thought even more. H. Hudson look like Harry Styles without the hat. I'll take that, mate. Harry Styles was, very much liked by the females back in the day, wasn't he? And probably still is.
His head doesn't need to get any bigger, guys. Can we not give Jack any appearance compliments with that Leon Barnett? Desperate for Pukki to score today, says Matthew Johnson. Get that comment in the room, Jack, on Facebook. I agree. Absolutely agree. I think that Timu Pukki's had lots of unjust criticism, actually, from quite a large pocket of Norwich fans.
He hasn't been a while, though, Chris.
But you've got to think about the fact that, if Pukki was in a team that were actually defending, if Pukki was in a team that created chances, I don't think that Pukki's been given that many chances this season. At the start of the season, I still think Timu Pukki has done a lot more than we could have arguably expected this season.
Again, putting in a defensive shift. That's massive from Toddy right there.
Agreed, mate. Agreed. No, that was what I was going to say, mate. That last decent attack we had, this is the frustrating thing, right? We do all of the hard work. all of the hard work, but the simple stuff is what we've lacked in both those games against Southampton and Everton so far. We can do a twist, we can do a turn, we can do a flick, we can do a trick, but just a simple pass, that last threaded pass is what we're lacking at the moment. Final product.
It's just that bit of quality. Oscar Pilcher King. Hello, Oscar. Good to see you, mate. He says, love Chris's passion. Oscar, you don't have to sit next to him at Carrow Road. That's all I'm saying.
Jack tells me to pipe down quite a lot.
Again here, Chris, Jamal Lewis bursting down the left-hand side. Pulse.
Yeah, I love that.
From Jamal so far.
Yeah, love that from Jam. And by the way, Jamal Lewis, nicest player in the Norwich team by a country mile. Not that that matters because people criticise Russ Martin for that. Really poor to give that ball away there, Jack, when it looked like we had an attack on. No, I think final product, mate, is something that, again, well, to be honest with you, I'll just accept a blooming any sort of anything today if it means that we get a win. But no, you do tend to give me stick for singing when no one else is singing, Jack. But
it hurts my eardrums, that's all.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Well, mate, this is the thing that's frustrated me, right? It's all right singing and dancing and being all happy when Norwich are winning and even drawing in some circumstances. But when we're losing football matches, that's when our football team needs our support. So yeah, I am going to sing. I am going to shout. I am going to swear. I am going to get passionate because that's what football's all about. I'm not here to sit in the corporate.
Oh, that's good by Man United. They're strong goals.
Nah, always well defended there. No, not a worry at all there.
I'm not sure about you, Chris, but this game very much looks like a game which is being dominated by the left-backs at the moment. Luke Shaw and Jamal Lewis both getting in really good position. Yeah. Lovely little flick by McTominay. Igalo was through on goal. Tim Krul, quick off his line. A few people have been asking, what's the score? As you can see there, it's still 0-0.
Very, go on, Toddy.
Yeah, Toddy.
Oh, ref! Yeah.
No, Chris, I'll tell you what does frustrate me slightly. Them Cantwell socks are getting more like Jack Grealish's every game, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. And speaking of things and players that I don't like, I have to admit, and it hurts me to admit, McTominay there with a fantastic flick through for United there, really showing that top team class there, very highly rated, and it hurts me to say that. Right, here we go. What do we want on a free kick, Jack?
Well, we want him to beat the first man.
Yeah, we want him to beat the first man. Go on, Emmy.
It's a big opportunity, this. This is what we have to take advantage of. Emmy whips it in and doesn't beat the first man.
No, he did beat the first man, just not the second man.
Oh, and that's wild. Who's that?
Mate, marginal gains. At least we beat the first man there.
Maxi Aarons. I think he's trying to knock that ball into Fakenham with that shot.
Oh dear. Oh,
frustrated as well. Not beating the first man again, says James.
Jack, whilst it's a water break, I'm going to get my own water. 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining us all. This is the TNC watch-along for the Norwich City versus Manchester United clash. If you're just joining, I do have someone with me. Chris, he's just gone off to get his Estrella. I think he's drinking today. What's everyone else drinking today? I've got a Budweiser. I've also got a black coffee to keep me caffeinated up during this game. It's 5 to 6. It's probably, a reasonable time to be drinking alcoholic beverages if you're of that type. I'm also a big fan of the summer fruit squash. I think I might get one of them going later. I drink a lot of squash during a day.
So whilst the boys are tucking into their healthy water / Lucozade or whatever they drink drink iPro. They've renewed their contract with iPro the other day, didn't they?
What's iPro?
This is my drink of choice today, Estrella. Although it tastes much better in Barcelona. By the way, little sublime plug here for the club.
Oh, that again.
Absolute dream. Hey, you ready for this? And by the way, it doesn't look particularly favourable.
Oh, dear.
Cheers, everyone. Here's to the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Cheers, everyone watching, to the 250 of you joining us on YouTube and Facebook. There's 250 of you, but there's only 40 likes so far. If you are watching, hit the like button. It means we'll be found by more people. Michael Warden is drinking Bud, just like myself. I've got a little Budweiser on the go.
No.
Johnny Chick says, love those bottle openers. Johnny, Chris loves the bottle openers too. Chaz Tat says, I'm a big fan of the drinks break. Gives the lad a chance to get some feedback. Definitely important.
I love that, but I just didn't expect anyone to ever comment that. So fair play. I absolutely love to see that. By the way, we've had a comment on Facebook from Williams Way. Get that in. For those of you that don't know, Williams Way are the best estate agent in East Anglia by a country mile, run by Will Barber and his fantastic team of extremely loyal Norwich City supporters. By the way, mate, we look good here. We look good here.
I'm really excited that William Way has joined the chat because I'm ready to buy myself a little apartment at the end of Wembley Way at the end of today because we're going to Wembley, baby.
But those tickets...
Nazran has commented. Nazran from Pakistan. Hello, Nazran. Got myself a homemade Dalgona coffee. Now, I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds delightful, Nazran.
Can I just say, Jack, could you have ever imagined when you started this channel in your bedroom, or even 2 years ago when we started the podcast, that we'd be getting views from people in Pakistan and Ghana?
It's amazing.
How crazy is that? Lovely to see everyone in here.
Let's not forget Stratton Strawless as well. I've seen a few from Stratton Strawless in there today, so it's good to see. Scotty B says, hold my horses. Scotty, the horses.
Emmy's so wasteful there. Oh, no, Rupp. Sorry, Rupp.
George Taylor says, can we put up a timer so we can sync up? Sadly, I can't get a timer to work on here, but we are in the 26th minute and 15th second. So we're watching on BBC. If you've got it on BBC One, you'll be the same time as us. We haven't got any streams going or anything. Chris, this has been a promising opening 26 minutes.
Yeah, it has, mate. But please don't forget, we need to. Not only do we need to get in here at least 0-0, the crucial part of this game isn't now. It's the first 10 minutes after the start of the second half, Jack. That's when we'll see how much fight and desire Norwich City have to get through to the next round. But yes, so far so good. But you look on Manchester United's bench, Jack, Marcus Rashford is just so venomous going forwards, There. And by the way, Todd there, yet again, absolutely superb.
Chris, I'm not having that from you. They've got Marcus Rashford on the bench. We've got Onel Hernandez. I know who I'd rather. William Way, Jack, what a lad. Great to see you both commentating on here. Much better than the flamboyant BBC. Yeah, you don't get beard chat and all that kind of chat on the BBC.
Yeah, but you do on the BBC. Didn't they start commenting about the castle on the hill, accrediting that and Ed Sheeran to Norwich rather than Ipswich, which I did hugely enjoy, that's for sure. Oh, someone's just said goal. I'm in the 30th minute.
Nah, that can't be right. The BBC aren't 3 minutes behind.
Is someone mugging us off?
Boys, drive! Go on!
No. That's really freaked me out. Ollie Thomas has said that on YouTube, and that's freaked. Please.
Norwich are going through here. I tell you what, Kenny McLean.
McLean. Oh, McLean. Fuck.
That's a big chance for Norwich. Norwich have had the better of the chances. Let us know where you're watching from. Cheek Amadou Bambi is watching from Senegal. You've just seen McLean blaze over.
The ball there. He's got so much time. Kenny. Mate, he's got to give the ball there, or he's got to get the ball on target.
Anyway, Chris, I've had enough of your pessimism there. Sean Dickerson says, great pressing so far. Agree, Sean. The tempo has been far high. Manchester United strong goal. That goes out of play. Let's take a breath. Manchester United have got a corner. What have we made the last 2 minutes?
Take a breath, Jack. We've just conceded a corner. Let's switch on. Let's not take a breath. Let's switch on. This is the time that Norwich City need to seriously. Yeah, by the way, it's a shot at least. Yes, Matthew, but it's miles off target. Miles. We've got Connolly O'Connor is watching from India. Lovely to see you watching from India. Whereabouts? Let us know. Jack, what do you reckon to all of these hand sanitized balls around the edge of the pitch?
Euphemism? Yeah, no, love hand sanitized balls.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like a sanitized ball?
If I'm going to have a choice of any ball, I want it to be a hand sanitized ball.
For me, it's more about chicken balls.
Oh, I love chicken balls. That sweet and sour sauce.
Woo! Nothing better.
Timmy Krul leaving it late to clear it. Chris, I get nervous on them ones, mate.
Not as nervous as when Alex Tete's got the ball. Oh, superb from Jam there. Unlucky. Yes, that's our throw.
Yeah.
Well,
watching from Gambia. Hello, Omar. Good to see you, my friend.
I love to hear where people are watching from when it's abroad.
Dominic, watching from Newcastle.
Thank you for watching from Newcastle as well, of course.
Look, what I've noticed over the past few minutes, it's been very much end to end. I was about to say how structured and calm we look as we thump the ball out of play.
Oh, and I was literally just about to say how dangerously confident I'm feeling at the moment.
Me too.
By the way, Oscar Blythe on YouTube says, can you shout me out? There you go, Oscar Blythe. Big up to you, my friend. Welcome to the Talk Norwich City Live.
Yeah, if you are just joining us, Matthew Johnson joins us from Castadel Lowestoft. Nice to have some Suffolk representation in the stream today. This game is 0-0, as you can see above. It's the FA Cup quarter-final clash. If you're a Manchester United fan, how have you found the first 30 minutes of this game? If you're a Norwich fan, just keep praising the boys because we're doing well so far. I don't know. Look at this. Watching from Uzbekistan.
Oh, welcome. Jack, I've just had a WhatsApp message from Nick Masheter.
Norwich, Manchester United through him. McTominay strikes it. Great recovery run by Jamal Lewis. Nick says,
taking a peek at the watch along. Not sure why I want to put myself through watching the game though. Nick, we love you, mate. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.
Great stuff. Scott's son. Now this is a good one. He's watching this stream from inside of Roy's of Wroxham. I haven't been to Roy's for quite some time, actually. Big fan of Roy's.
I want to say big up to Lucas, who is, of course...
What, Root?
No, Lucas, the Brazilian Canary. The Brazilian Canary that everyone wants to know. Here's a picture of Lucas. Let's get him on the screen. Big up. We're getting watchers from Brazil, and we're about to play like Brazil and put the ball in the...
Maguire, that falls to McTominay. Tete clears again. Tete is there. He's like a mop. He mops up the waist and he turns it into good stuff. Pookie.
He's slow there, mate. Is it the ball?
Go on, Eddie. Go on.
Oh. It's coming. We're going to win. Come on, the boys.
Pookie, though, he's through on goal and he looks like he's running through treacle. But
we've got to do better there. To be fair, quite a heavy ball from Toddy. To be fair by the way, I think Emmy played for a penno there. But of course, Manchester United always get the decisions from the referees in this corrupt league.
That's Chris's opinion, not one of Talk Norwich City's. If the yeah, big chance for Norwich. That completely carved Manchester United open. Poor ball from Cantwell, says Oscar Blythe. Yeah, it was an okay ball. I don't know. Jam Winger, hello, mate. He says, love the content. Keep up the good work. We will try. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the Talk Norwich City channel. You'll find the subscription button just below this video. And by subscribing, you'll never miss out on another. You'll get notified when we go live as long as you press that bell button. So subscribe. And hello to the 300 of you watching. Lots of Manchester United fans in here. Hello.
Where are they from? Oh, no, I know already. Sorry. Don't bother commenting. Great Yarmouth.
What's that?
I just said, where are you from? But I said, no worries about telling me because they're all from Great Yarmouth.
Oh, dearie dear. Anyway, loads of people enjoyed our reactions to Pookie going through on goal there. That's what it's all about. The watch-along, we are very... I'd call myself a nervy football fan, I think.
No, I'm not nervous today, mate. I just think, this is a game where we're playing against a team that are leaps and bounds better than us. They've got so much resource. They are absolutely rolling in the pat cash. And quite frankly, they should be destroying Norwich. So I think for Norwich today, let's just do ourselves proud and let's see what we can do against, arguably a team that should still be in the top 10 in the world.
Definitely. Zilla asks, hi chaps, Chris, what are you drinking?
I'm on the Estrella today. wonderful beverage from Barcelona.
Lovely stuff. Thanks to everyone who's watching. This is the FA Cup quarter-final match. It's Manchester United against Norwich. It's 0-0. And I tell you what, Norwich have had the better chances in this game as Luke Shaw whips one into the box.
High foot there. Oh, yeah.
Again, Chris, it's Tete. He's been so crucial today.
What are we trying to...
That's late on Lucas Roop. That has to be a booking.
John, stick your hand in your pocket and give us a decision, man. Take control of this game.
Lucas Roop has had his criticisms in recent weeks, but he's looked good today. As our friend Stuart Hodge, friend of the Talk Norwich City channel, says, this shape is working brilliantly with the tighter and deeper midfield three. Frees us up for the counter. Yes, Stuart, I'm not overly sure what's changed with the shape. I think the midfield are playing slightly deeper, and there's three of them, but we've looked much better in this game.
Well, we've had personnel change as well, haven't we, Jack? And of course, the best form of defense is offense, isn't it, Jack? And today, by playing our best creative players, we're putting them on the back foot. And that's exactly why we look more solid, because we're not inviting them on, Jack. So, I think it's fantastic. And we've got to give them praise where it's due. So far, so good for Daniel Farke's starting 11.
Yeah, no, it's been very good. Okay. Stace says, Roop looking better. Yes, Talk Norwich City sponsored Lucas Roop. He's had a good game so far. Emily Hayes says, Jamal needs more confidence in himself to take on players when running up the pitch. Jamal's been getting in some really good positions, actually, and he's been our form of attack in this first half. The final product maybe hasn't been there, but, there's still a long way to go in this game. And if you can keep getting into them promising positions, I'm sure...
Mate, I really fancy us here. I really fancy us here. I mean, so far, so good. I mean, apart from the final product, which arguably is the most important part of the game, but oh, God.
Zip that back, isn't it?
Go on, boys. What a touch from Toddy there. Unlucky.
Todd just has such flair about him.
That's what we need. Someone, look, he's still running. He's still running. That's what we need. Oh, I love Todd Cantwell. Absolutely love him. Top boy as well, by the way. Barry Lee Cullis on Facebook says, Chris always says what I'm thinking. Barry, I'm not sure that's a good thing if you're thinking like me, my friend, because I make some abysmal shouts sometimes.
Stuart Hodge just clarifying what the shape is today. He says Emmy's wide and not in the number 10 role. Roop and Kenny playing in front of Tete. Now, yeah, Stuart, thanks for clarifying that, mate. Tete's been marvellous so far. It just means that they're not getting shots off on the edge of the box. We saw the goals against Southampton in the first game back from the lockdown. Redmond and Ings scoring from the edge of the box. That can't happen today. We look far more solid. We look good on the counter. This has been a promising first 40 minutes for Norwich.
Go on, teams. Go on. Oh,
the tempo's been higher, Chris. That's promising.
Yeah. I think we look like a football team today, which is a good sign, isn't it, Jack?
It's a very good sign. United are, they're not looking their best. They made 8 changes going into this game.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it, Jack, but this Bruno Fernandes guy is very highly rated, but so far he is in Tete's pocket.
Jacob George says, I agree that Roop's positioning is better, but his touch and passing is still shocking. Jacob, let's take it one step at a time, mate. We can't have everything in this life. Jamal, lovely touch to bring it down. He's been fantastic so far. Knocks it into the Scottish Iniesta, Kenny McLean.
Are you now commentating, Jack? You told me that you weren't going to commentate on this.
Yeah, I fancy it sometimes.
No,
I'm really up for this game now. I was seeing people saying, "Oh, they weren't too fussed about today's FA Cup clash." This is massive for
I can't stand that attitude. People that have just gone, "Nah, I'm not bothered today," But I must admit, Jack, how I felt this morning when I woke up was very much, I actually felt like it was a bit of a funeral vibe from the Norwich fans. But just like it was against Manchester City, we're going to get turned over, we're going to get smashed. Even I said, Jack, infamously, that we'd lose 7-0 and Aguero would score 4. But then we went on to win. So, and so far so good, Jack. We're showing all of the right signs. All of the right signs.
Mamuna saying, please shout me out. There you go, Mamuna. Welcome to the stream.
Boom. Always
C Quino saying, "Is this Roop sponsorship new?" No, we've sponsored Roop since Shrabeni left. He said you were slating him the other night. Look, we're allowed to say what we want.
Yeah,
Roop's a guy, but he didn't play very well. You know,
this is it. You know, we'll always we do get a lot of criticism, don't we, Jack? But I think it's important that as supporters we just say what we think. We're not going to sit on the fence because that just wouldn't be authentic.
Now this is a worry. Todd Cantwell down and holding his ankle, looks in some serious pain. I didn't see the issue. But Todd really does look like he's. Let's just have a look at this incident again. He goes up.
Oh, bugger.
Man United haven't. He's just slipped and his knee has gone underneath him. That looks a really nasty one. He's back.
Right.
He's not.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right, Jack. Believe.
Yeah.
Believe.
Yeah, I think it's, probably down to the watering of the pitch, the heavy rain. It's slippery out there.
It looks a bit like Duda has turned into the physio there. Might be better at that than delivering set pieces.
Couldn't be worse.
Hello, girls. What is that next to Daniel Farker there?
Look like a live pad holder.
It looked like a fishing rod. Fishing for goals at Carrow Road. Oh dear, Todd's fine, mate. He'll absolutely. By the way, his first touch, mark my words, when he comes back onto the pitch, is a goal. 1-0 Norwich. Wow, I'm feeling it, mate. Come on, let's inject some confidence into these supporters.
Yeah, Todd's back on. He's running okay. That got my heart going for a little bit. I was worried there. It looked like a nasty little fall. It's always horrible when your ankle or your knee goes underneath you. You just can't quite control it. But he's back up. He's running around. He should be fine.
You see the Arsenal GK one, mate?
Yeah, nasty one, that.
Yeah, that looked bad, didn't it? Annoyingly, though, it was against... Oh, that's a stinker. Come on,
United. I'm surprised here, Chris. Man United are really resorting to this long ball out, and it's not working.
Why are you surprised? They've got Brexit Harry Maguire at the back.
But it shows that we're doing the right thing. If we're containing them to long balls, we prefer that than, McTominay knocking it about in the middle of the park.
Jack, do you know / can you find out, because I can't be bothered, Man United's substitutes today? I know they've got Rashi.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I love you, John Moss. Come on.
You said it looked like Fark had a fishing rod. Sean Marshall Nichols says he's going down the Wentham at half-time to do some fishing.
Fishing for goals, as I say.
So the bench is David De Gea, Fosu Mensah, Williams, Andreas, Matic, Pogba, Greenwood, Martial, and Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, it's strong. Martial off the bench is not. Go on, Toddy. Get a good ball in. Don't Yes! Oh, he's got to do better there.
Was that Lucas Roop? I think it was Buendia. Go on, Maxi! Oh, the chances are falling.
Yes! What is Tom doing? Oh my God.
Let's just run you through what's happened there. It's been bombed down the left-hand side from Todd Cantwell. It's a lovely ball knocked into the middle of the pitch. I think
a ball from Toddy there, by the way.
No, it's Lucas Roop. That's a big chance.
He's got to hit that first time, by the way. Great defending from Maguire, though, I have to say.
Ollie Palmer saying, what do we think of the action so far? It's been, Man United have had the majority of the possession, but Norwich have definitely had the better chances. We had Pookie thrown goal. We've just seen Lucas Roop there. That's a really, really big chance for Lucas Roop. But then fell for him in Buendia, who also couldn't find the back of the net. But once again, finding opportunities down the left-hand side of the pitch. Todd Cantwell getting a lot of space down there. Jamal Lewis getting a lot of space down there. 44 minutes on the clock. And
tell you what, Jack, I'm mightily impressed with the boys so far. We look a lot more dangerous going forwards. We're putting United under pressure. We're pinning them in their half, which is so important to do because don't forget we're at home. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's one of those things that we've massively underplayed, mate. Like we really have massively underplayed that home advantage in the last. That's a handball, by the way. By the way, I've got such an irrational hatred for McTominay. He did give Norwich fans some stick, which I thought was really pathetic, actually. Go on, Tete. Now bring it forwards, Tete. Oh, no, backwards we go. Right, come on, boys. Keep the ball. Oh, that's nice. Go on.
Go on. Emmy down the right hand side. No, that's Maxi Aarons, isn't it?
That's Maxi, mate. Maximilius. That's ours, by the way.
It's really annoying because you're half a second ahead of me.
Oh dear.
Jamie Everson said, "Have you had your dinner yet, lads?" No, I haven't had my dinner yet. I had a late lunch.
That's a good point, actually. I forgot about that. I had the old Revo's Poachies for lunch today, so they'll last me for the duration of this match. That's for sure. We're looking. Oh.
There's the context. No, I agree, Chris. The pressing has been what's, that's all we asked for. We asked for a bit of effort, a bit of tempo. Norwich aren't expected to win this game today, but at this current performance level, we've got a fighting chance.
Mate, and this is why I've said it. I'll sound like a broken record, but I'll say it again. This game will be won and lost in the first 10 minutes of the second half, 100%. It's all right doing it now, but I promise you, Manchester United will really come out of the gates.
Okay, Man United can break here.
The shocker, by the way.
3-on-4.
We're all right. Loads of men back now.
Yeah. Probably the first mistake of the game from Tete. Just slightly falling on the pitch. It looks like a pretty wet surface out there.
No excuse there, mate.
Whipped in. Good and clear. Toddy Cantwell defensively doing brilliant as well. Juan Mata.
Woohoo! Miles over the bar. And if I was in the away end right now, what would I be doing, Jack? I would turn to the away fans and start singing, "Swing low, sweet chariots, coming for to carry you home." Miles over the bar.
Neil Harrison saying pens all the way this one. I tell you what.
I'll take that.
We're going to be on here for a while.
Mate, I'd pay you for pens right now. How much do you want? I'd bite your hand off for it.
Can you quickly fill time a minute while I go to the toilet?
Yeah, no problem at all, mate. You know me, talking shit for a living. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the support on the live stream. And that's it. The first half is over. Want to make sure that we use this 15 minutes to debate what has gone on in the first half. I want to see you guys in the comments section, and I want to see you guys let me know what you think of that first half. Who is the best player? Who surprised you the most? Who's disappointed you the most? For me, who surprised me the most is Lucas Rupp. I think, of course, he should have hit that shot first time. But there's been a couple of really nice opportunities and moments, using quick feet in and out of their attack. And I've been particularly impressed with his positioning, as someone has already highlighted before. I'm really obviously impressed with Todd Cantwell. He's been absolutely sublime. And I don't just mean going forwards as well. We've seen Todd's work rate at the back as well, which is lovely to see. We've got a lovely comment here from George Harris on YouTube, who says, "We can win this and we can stay up." George, whatever you're drinking, give me 2 pints of it. Jack, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Haven't got a clue. Said I thought Jack was posh. You should have said going to the lavatory. Sorry, mate.
Jack,
question here from not many names left says Pookie very sluggish. What's your thoughts on that comment?
That comment has come from that through ball from Toddy, which was overhit. It was a little bit overcooked. However, I do empathise with that opinion, because I have to say, Timu, but this is it, mate. This is what coming back from this lockdown period is going to have on most teams. That's for sure. Jack, get some comments in here, because
so it's half time. If you haven't seen any of the game, it's on BBC One. Tune in. You get to see Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer bigging up Todd Cantwell, or just watch it with us. George Harris is on the Australia. We've got Budweiser. Chris is on the Australia. You can see he's earning the more money here. Matthew Johnson says decent based on the last 2 games. Just need more of a cutting edge with the good moments of play. Defending set pieces scares the life out of me. Get your halftime comments in and we'll go through them. Carlos Duran says very promising. Roop has surprised me too. A much better performance than last. need to convert chances into goals. Monkey Magic says Lewis needs, in capital letters, really emphasising the needing of this, options in the middle when he's running down the left. Just got home. Rashford and Martial don't come on and cause problems.
Yeah, really like that. Really like it, actually. And by the way, BBC obviously desperately trying to find some positives in Manchester United's performance so far. But defensively, despite having plenty of men back, look how much space they're giving us, Jack. Look how much time we've got on the ball. And this is where, for me, I know Hodgie said that Buendia is playing out on the wing, but for me, this is why we need Buendia in that number 10 role, because Manchester United are giving us plenty of time in the middle of the park going forwards at the moment. And we should be capitalising. Honestly, we should have got more shots on target. And I don't want to be harsh on the lads, but I do feel like after such a valiant effort in that first half, look at that there, for example. Lucas Rupp, great opportunity to smash that first time, but that's a confidence issue, Jack. Do you think, Jack, that the confidence of the league form is going to damage our performance against Manchester United here?
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, Chris, this is a big opportunity for the boys because they know it's not gonna hinder league form. So this is almost a fresh slate for Norwich, and they know in the back of their minds, well, in the front of their minds, that the last two performances haven't been of a standard that we expect from them. So that means they need to put in a response today. And from what I've seen so far, I've been very, very impressed. What do we think of this comment, Chris, from Luke Newby, who says needs Hernandez's pace?
Yeah, I don't disagree. Look, I don't think we've done too badly without Hernandez, because Jamal and Max have done that very well. But don't forget, when Max and Jamal do that, we have to make defensive sacrifices. And when you're coming up against any Premier League team, they can turn over play and they can punish you very, very quickly. I definitely want to see an El Hernandez, and I want to see him as soon as possible. I completely agree with that comment. And look, we saw what he did against Manchester United at home. He puts them on the back foot straight away. He's a bull in a china shop. He's an absolute beast from the East. And he's going to fight like he's on that movie 300, as we saw in his tweet. So I would absolutely love to see an El Hernandez come on the pitch today at Carrow Road and tear Manchester United a new one.
Definitely. I've just had a quick glance on Twitter. Loads of people bigging up Lucas Rupp's performance. And actually...
And good, because a lot of people gave him criticism. So it's really good to see that Norwich fans are, being fair. Because, and a lot of people's, what I'm struggling with in the world at the moment, Jack, is this whole sort of like, you have to be one or the other, and you can't show vulnerability, and you have to be one way or the other. So it's really good to see that people can appreciate a good performance and arguably a performance of bouncing back, because, and I'd say this with all the love and respect in the world, if I was a Norwich player and I had spent any time on social media after that performance against Everton, I would find it really difficult to bounce back. So I'm very impressed with Lucas Rupp in that first half.
Definitely. This is the programme from today's game. Norwich is still selling programmes. That's a lovely front cover. And if you flick to the team pages, you'll find, where is he? You'll find Lucas Rupp just there. And he is, of course, sponsored by Talk Norwich City. There he is, Lucas Rupp, next to Mario Vrancic, two of probably the best groomed men at the club, I think. So good to see Lucas Rupp putting in a good performance today.
Doesn't look as good as Dennis Rabeni on that program, Jack, I have to say. Obviously we made that investment for the mighty Dennis Rabeni, but maybe we've made it because we know that Lucas Rupp's going to score the winner today. We have had a comment, Jack, I can't remember where it's coming from, but someone said Adam Eder to come on and score the winner, and I love the taste of that. There's nothing more I want to see than Adam Eder scoring the winner in the 90th minute, taking off his top, knee sliding into the Norwich bench, and I don't know, kicking over the water bottles. I mean, I just want to see passion all over the park. I am delighted with that. We've had a comment on YouTube from Chaz Tats. Ian writes, gold tooth looks ridiculous. I tell you what, Chaz, if I could afford a gold tooth, I would have that right in my gob, that's for sure.
What was I going to say? I was about to say something.
What were you going to say? You look like Harry Styles?
Oh, no. This is it. I always forget how young Adam Eder is. He was born in 2001.
Yeah.
Born in the 2000s. That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's on the pitch at Carrow Road and we're drinking beers on a TNC live stream.
Thanks to everyone for joining us. There's loads of new people. If you're new to the Talk Norwich City channel, we do these during every game.
We've had a big comment here, Jack. We've had a huge comment here on YouTube from Sam Caps. Get that up on screen. Yes, please. And it is Rupp over Pogba. What do we think of that, people? I mean, I have to agree. Partly because, of course, Pogba isn't on the pitch at the moment. But that is a controversial comment. We've also had another one from Craig Killett. Rupp over Bruno. Wow. You know, there's been some big shouts, and I'm delighted to see these comments. You know, even if they are sarcastic, it's great to see that people are behind the lads today. That's for sure.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's tuned in. You're tuned in to the Talk Norwich City live watch along. We're watching the Norwich City versus Manchester United FA Cup quarter-final clash. Yes, you heard that right, the quarter-final clash. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We do these live streams during every Norwich City game. There's nearly 400 of you watching across YouTube and Facebook, so welcome along. Ryan Johnson is watching from the States. Loads of you watching from America today, which is good. I didn't realise we had such an American following.
You know why we've got an American following, Jack? Because, of course, we are sponsored by Hoffer and Webb, the best legal organization in the United States of America. That's why we've got an American audience, Jack. If you've got any legal issues, and I mean any legal issues in America, then make sure you are reaching out to Michael Hoffer at Hoffer and Webb.
Michael Hoffer, my man. Thanks to all of our sponsors who allow us to do this stuff. Woodford's, Credo, Hill Coaching, Oliver Hill, by the way. Let's talk about Ollie because you know we're in a little WhatsApp group. He was fuming during the week, wasn't he?
He's got a hot head. He really does. But you know that's what it's about as Norwich fans. We're allowed to get angry. We're allowed to lose our heads a little bit. But that's all part of the fun of supporting Norwich, Jack. And actually, after sleeping on that despicable no-show against Everton and Southampton, it really does remind me of why the good times mean so much more. You know, those wins against Manchester City, looking back through photos the other day of that game against Aston Villa where we beat them in their own park to lift the league trophy. So, you know, I do think the Norwich City supporters do need to try and get their heads out of the short term and into the long term, particularly under Stuart Webber's leadership for sure. I think that's important. It's very difficult to do after a horrendous result, I know. By the way, we've got a viewer in Russia, Casey McLean. I'm not sure if you're telling the truth, but if you are, I respect it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. And we've also got Jono watching from Melbourne. He says, loving what I'm seeing from the boys. I don't know if that's us or the team. I'm sure it's both, Jono. Welcome along to the stream. Thank you so much.
Jack, I've got a question for you, which has been brought up by Luke Newby on Facebook, which is important that we get this comment on screen when you've got a moment. And I want to ask a question to you, Jack, off the back of that comment.
Who's it from, sorry?
It's from Luke Newby on Facebook.
Yeah.
Jack, if we win this game today, and it's a big if, it's a big ask, we're playing a team that, you know, have spent like Paul Pogba is worth more than our whole club times 4 probably. If we win this, Jack, is this a catalyst to staying up in the Premier League? Is the dream alive? Is the hope going to be reignited? Can we put a run together? Jack, if you beat Manchester United in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, you know, can this inject some magic into us?
You know what the really annoying thing is we've lost 2 home games in winnable games against Everton and Southampton, and the teams above us have also lost. So if we would have beaten Southampton and Everton, I know it's if, buts and maybes. If we'd won every game, we'd be top of the league. But if we'd beaten them 2 teams, we'd be level on points with them, and they were so winnable. And I know we didn't put performances in, but it would take an absolute miracle now. I think we'd have to win 5 of our last 7, and we've got Man City and Arsenal in there. But
it looks unlikely. But you dare to dream, Jack. But dare to dream, and you know the European dream is definitely alive if we win this game.
We've always said since we started the TNC podcast, all we want from Norwich is a European adventure. Yeah. Now imagine we've got Barnsley on the Saturday, and I don't know. see Uzbekistan on the Tuesday. Let's do it, lads.
Now, you know what, Jack? What's that smell? It stinks of a European tour so far, Jack. About 1 minute ago, and I'm finding it hard to keep up with these live comments because there's so many. So thank you so much. We've had a comment from Marcus on YouTube. Should bring back Srebeni now Paderborn are relegated. Now, I don't know about you, Jack, but that is a decision that I can wholeheartedly get behind.
Yeah, look, I think Srebeni was criminally underrated. He scored a fair few goals for Norwich, mainly off the bench. I think he was a good option to have. Look, is he as good as Ida? I'm not so sure. Is he better than Dermot? I'd say so. So, look, the great thing with Dennis, he loves Paderborn, and it's nice to see him banging goals in the Bundesliga. He won't be playing Bundesliga football next season. I love Dennis. Could the return be on? Who knows?
Look, anything's possible for the icon, that is for sure. Igor Dovlev on YouTube is watching from Macedonia. I tell you what, Jack, this is unbelievable. It's so good to see people watching from all over the world. Thank you so much. We're so grateful for all the support. And as I've said in the first half, please let us know all of your thoughts, feelings, and feedback in the comments, because we're going to be watching it back. We're going to be looking at all of the comments, including my left testicle is better than Dermich that's just come in. And we're going to be assessing, because we really want to make sure that we give you guys the best content possible. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We've got a Leeds fan in here. Hello, All Things Leeds, a little YouTube channel. I think they say Buendia has been linked with the move to Leeds. Is he any good? Well, let's not forget All Things Leeds.
Nah, it's rubbish.
Was going to Leeds, and then I think you turned him down, and we snapped him up from, where was it? Was it Getafe we got him from? Yes,
it was, Jack. Stuart Webber, that's when his transfer business is exceptional. And this is the thing, mate. This is the there's positives and negatives of the way that we're set up now. There really is. And one of the massive downfalls is we take gambles on players like Philip Heiss. But when it goes right, it goes very right. Very, very right indeed. So big up to Stuart Webber. I've given him some criticism, some fair criticism, I feel, in the last post-match live. But he has admitted that himself on Hodgie the Hack's latest podcast, which was a fantastic watch, by the way. But no, very, very good indeed.
You know what, Chris? Aside from the football, I'm really enjoying, speaking to you during the game, seeing everyone's comments. It makes the reason I love supporting Norwich, and the reason I love going to Carrow Road is that sense of community. I think I can overlook a bad performance because I get to see my mates, and we haven't had that in the last few months because of the terrible things going on in the world. But it's really nice I'm just seeing people here: Sweden, Macedonia, Russia, America, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Saudi Arabia, people coming together to watch the game. And the game's been good so far.
To watch the Yellows, mate, it's the power of Norwich City. We're a very, very special club. And in the second half, could be doing some special things. Jack, this is the period that I've said we need the boys organised for. They're obviously now ready in their formation to kick off the second half. Jack, are you feeling confident that we can pull off a shock here?
Yeah, I am actually. I wasn't before the game. I thought Manchester United was probably one of the teams we didn't want to face at this stage of the competition. They've played us twice this season. They've beaten us convincingly on both occasions. They'd sussed us out. But when I saw the team news, 8 changes from Manchester United, I thought, I'd love these boys to cause an upset today because they're not taking us seriously. And we need to go out there. We've got points to prove. There's players out there who have to start putting in performances. I'm looking at the likes of Lucas Rupp. Yeah. I'm looking at, I'm looking at the likes of
all of them. You're looking at the likes of all of them, Jack. Because those 2 league performances, and I'm unapologetic about this, were abysmal. They just weren't good enough. So here we go. Second half. Can Norwich City do the seemingly impossible and knock the great Manchester United out of the FA Cup?
Again, all coming down the left-hand side in the opening 20 seconds of this clash. They're through on goal.
Hey!
That's a big chance. He's through on goal. He looked offside.
What a waste of money.
But within the first 30 seconds of this second half, Bruno Fernandes has...
He's so on. He's on.
That's a massive chance. A massive chance for Bruno Fernandes.
He's on. Robin Frost on YouTube coming in with the big comments, and I will give you an answer. Where is the best burger in Norwich these days? I can confirm it's at Gonzo's Tea Room. I believe Gentleman's Walk is the street, and the burger is called the Grant Holt. It's rammed full of all of your delightful, tasty cheddar, onions, doubled up burger, and bacon. And bacon. Christian Mayal is watching from Italy on YouTube. Big up. I hope you are safe and well indeed.
Just had a photo sent in from my mum. Buddy the dog's watching the live stream. So hello, Buddy. Hello, Mum. Thanks for watching along. They've actually got us on instead of the game.
Wow. So, can I just say, I really sincerely hope your mum hasn't got Dennis Rabeni's signed match-worn shirt on your dog again today, Jack. I was not best pleased with that decision, that's for sure.
No, Norwich, though, this game has started openly as it ended in the first half.
Go on, Todd! He's through!
Cantwell's in! Cantwell! Oh, chances again. Oh, 2 big chances, one for our side.
This is what I said. This is what I want. This is what every fan craves. Our football team in yellow and green coming out of the gates like greyhounds on steroids, fighting to the death, getting shots on goal and putting the opposition under pressure. Corner here, Jack. Oh, go on, Timu. Get the ball in the mixer, son. I'll have that.
That's a good ball. That's a good ball. That's a great ball. Oh.
Mate, you're so far behind me. Oh, dear.
How could I be behind on the BBC?
I don't know. Maybe turn your TV on and off.
Maybe because you're closer to the ground, you're getting it a couple of seconds ahead.
Yeah, could be, actually. Could be. Go on, get there. Oh, that's sublime. Oh, that's sublime work from Lucas Rupp. Sponsored, of course, by TNC. I don't know about you, Jack, but there is nothing more I want today than Lucas Rupp to pile drive one in the top left.
Wondered where that was going.
Wow. How many beers have you had, by the way? This isn't an 18-plus stream yet.
Let's just take count of what's happened in the last 3 minutes. We've seen Bruno Fernandes attempting an overhead kick in the 6-yard box. He was open. He was free. It was a fantastically timed run from Bruno Fernandes. We then go down the other end. Todd Cantwell gets through on goal, has a shot. It's blocked. Harry Maguire getting his leg in the way once again. That's been a pesky hindrance for us today. And it was cleared. Again, chances for both teams. And we're good. Barry Lee Cullis, who's just down the road from me. I think he's in southwest London. I'm not too far away from there. He says, no, you're just behind, Jack. I'm way in front of you on the telly. What's going on? I mean, I'm on the BBC. I'm not streaming or anything.
I don't know, mate. Maybe it's the Surrey signal. Serves you right for living in such a posh estate as you do these days.
Sophie says United looking spicy in the second half. Wow.
Completely.
You know, I think if I was to compare Norwich to a curry, I'd say that first half was a lamb boona.
No. Madras. Definitely a Madras.
Norwich are going. There's 4-on-4 here. Roop to Buendia.
Oh, go on, Emmy. That's nice. Come on, boys. Oh, that's nice inside. Oh, unlucky Toddy. See, this is it. A lot of people criticise Todd for that, but that was the move that could have made the goal. So for me, it's good to see our players trying those big moves. I've had a comment here from Kyle R, who says, Chris, shout yellows. Yellows! Come on, boys.
Oh, dear. There we go. Yeah, people loved the on-the-ball city from you first half, Chris. Tearing down the vocal cords in your lovely manner in Norwich. Mike Jolly saying Roop's first touch is awful. Let's not criticise Roop too much. I think he's had a good first half. His job isn't necessarily to be connecting play. His job is to stop play, give it to people who can connect the play, and then we move. I'm clutching the cross there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jack, is that his job? Do we know his job yet? Should we know his job as sponsors of him?
Definitely. Anyway, 50 minutes gone. Still 0-0, as you can see by the scoreboard up there.
Right, when is the drinks break?
Isn't it about 20 minutes in usually?
I hope so. I'm just absolutely clucking for another Estrella, I have to say.
Are you using the drinks?
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. It's a goal. Manchester United have scored. It's Odion Igalo. Odion Ighalo has scored for Manchester United. We're 1-0 down. It was an unlucky break. Chris, talk us through the goal.
Oh, mate, just from nowhere. So disappointing. I mean, look at the replay here. First Manchester United attack of the half. Norwich looked by far the better team. It's too easy there. Emmy letting him in. Such an unlucky deflection.
Looked offside.
Such an unlucky deflection there. You can't criticise the lads there. Jamal does everything right defensively. Very unfortunate. And Tim Krul's got an impossible job. Very frustrating goal to concede. Very frustrating.
As you can see by the scoreboard, Man United have taken the lead. It's Odion Ighalo. It fell to him. I think the United players thought they were offside as well. It's an instinctual finish by Ighalo, who's been a really good signing for them, actually. And Norwich fall behind. I'd probably say it's unfortunate. 51 minutes have gone in this quarter-final clash, and we've looked the better side at times. It's been a really impressive performance. I have nothing to criticise at the moment. The team selection was right.
Oh, Jack, I said it. This game will be won and lost in the first period of the second half. I know it's unjust. I know it's unlucky, but we did invite them on. Seriously unfortunate there, mate. I know, but you've read the stats this season. I really sincerely hope I'm wrong. I really do. That's a lovely interception from Todd Cantwell there. Give it, son. That's nice. Go on, Kenny. Oh, that's a corner. I'll take that. Come on, boys.
Emily Hayes saying same thing every match. Josh saying story of the season. Yeah, I know it's unlucky. We have actually played well this game, though. We didn't put the performances in against Southampton and Everton. We have today, and we're falling behind to an Odion Ighalo 51st minute strike. We've got a corner here, though. Let's hope something good happens here.
Go on, big Tim Close. Stick your nose on this, son.
Beat the first man.
Oh, I like that. It's fallen to Lucas, just the man.
Timu, sorry.
Oh.
Ball falling a lot to Lucas. Three good areas here.
Yeah, I have to agree with that comment. Story of the season is quite negative, but I can understand why you've said that. It is the story of our season, Jack. We've been
go on, son.
We've been in games. We've looked strong. We've looked decent going forwards, but just and actually, me and my missus Becky were discussing this the other day. We've not had the luck of the green at all this season. I can't remember a single time where we have, and I know I'm blaming luck, which is completely pathetic. But there you go. Jack, at this stage for me, I'll put it out there. We need to be proactive, and yet again, we're going to have to be reactive. Now we're a goal down. For me, I would have bought on an
box again here. It says strike. It's fallen to Ighalo.
Fine, absolutely fine. No worries about that at all. For
me, Chris, Manchester United getting a lot of time in our box.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think that's of course a consequence of the goal going in. I think the boys are very nervous now, having conceded that. The game plan is now out of the window. It was working. They would have been instructed at halftime by Daniel Farke to go out and perform in a particular way, drawing the game. That now goes completely out the window, so the boys are going to have to adapt within it. Daniel Farke said in his post-match conference, I believe it might have been against Southampton, but possibly Everton, where he said his team actually adapted the formation 4 times in one game, and we should praise him for that. So again, and a lot of people say this, it's cliche, but the second half is the manager's half. This is the time where you really need to be on the sidelines, giving some very clear, concise instructions to your team, particularly when they go 1-0 down, giving them that motivation to go on and get something. And this looks good, by the way. Oh, that's desperately unlucky. Jamal doing too much. I mean, I've sung his praises, but he's made a big mistake there. He had to give it, doing too much with it there. That's superb from Ben Godfrey trying to get his move to Manchester United. Unlucky.
Taken out. I think that's Ighalo. You know what I'm doing here, Chris, and this might be bold. I'm taking off Pukki and I'm taking off someone else for Ida and Hernandez.
I'm absolutely not taking off Teemu Pukki, but I'm definitely taking off Lucas Rupp 100%, and I'm putting on an El Hernandez as soon as possible, without a shadow of a doubt.
Norwich trying to get back into this game. This next 10 minutes is crucial. I can see a goal coming here. I'm not sure who it's going to be for, but the game's really opening up. Norwich taking the game to Manchester United. We've had a lot of ball in their half so far in this second half. But Manchester United, they've got the quality to really hit us and hit us hard as well. Luke Shaw.
And Jack, the danger here is, of course, if we don't score within the next 15 tops, Manchester United bring on Martial, Pogba, and they go on to win the game with ease, I think. So it's so important that Norwich get a goal back here. And that's pathetic play from Lucas Rupp there. And that, not sure about that from the referee, I have to say.
Frustration is here, Chris. I think we've said it a lot this season. You have to take, especially against Premier League clubs, you'll get 20 minutes in a game when you're on top, and you have to make them 20 minutes.
100%, Jack, 100%. We've said it all season long. We've said it. And the boys haven't delivered it for one reason or another, for sure. A lot of people here are saying Kenny McLean off for Mario Vrancic. Yeah, I think I agree. I think Kenny McLean has actually played really well, apart from the shot that he blared over the bar. But apart from that, I think he's been relatively unlucky. I would make that change. I really like the taste of that. I would definitely bring on Mario Vrancic for Kenny McLean now. That's for sure.
Where have all these football players been getting their haircuts? Because they're all, except for Lingard, they all look pretty well.
Yeah, I think they're all of their wives must have been beauticians and hairdressers back in the day, because they've all got fantastic face, and that's really poor from Teemu Pukki there. It has to be said, really poor.
The issue we've got here, Chris, is we're winning the ball. The issue isn't my hair. Well, it is my hair actually. We're winning the ball and as soon as we get it back, we're going forwards, but there's just no one up there.
And I read a comment on here earlier. Sorry, I've forgotten who commented it. Said Emi Buendia is offering nothing. I would agree with that at the moment. I think that's obviously because he's not been fed the ball. But I would also agree that you need to make yourself available. You need to get yourself in positions to pick up the ball and do something with it. And at the moment, you're right. It is a bit of it's not working out for Emi Buendia in the second half, that's for sure. But, of course, Emi Buendia only needs one opportunity to turn on that flare, take 2 or 3 players and feed it through to Teemu Pukki. So here we go. Here comes what are they calling for there? Yeah, here comes the goal again. It's a good finish from Igalo. It's of course, so disappointing. You could maybe argue, if you were to be ultra critical, you could say that the Norwich players got mixed up there. Tim Close and Jamal Lewis both go for it and calling for offside. I don't know.
I'm struggling to blame anyone there. We've defended really well throughout this game, and sometimes them goals happen. I think Timmy Close stepped up to try and I think it was Juan Masu who got the ball in the box, and it just fell to Ricardo, and it's a great finish.
But look, Jack, 60 minutes on the clock. There's still a lot of time to go in this game. Nick a goal, get this through to Penos, and we know the result. So let's make sure we nick that goal. It's fallen to Teemu Pukki.
Go on, hit it.
Eighth run.
Oh, it's slow. It's too slow.
Yeah, agreed, Jack. Looking quite. Oh, that's fortunate there to get that lucky deflection there. By the way, Harry Maguire gets way too much respect. Way too much respect. It pisses me off beyond belief.
If you're tuning in, welcome along to the Talk Norwich City Watchalong. We have peaked our most amount of viewers, 400 of you watching across Facebook and YouTube. So thank you to everyone. Comment below what you're thinking of the game, what you're thinking of anything. We're here to chat to you, my friends. We're trying to create a bit of a community feel. We can't go to Carrow Road, but we can still chat to each other. So welcome along if you're watching. It's 1-0 to Manchester United, 51st minute goal from Odion Igalo. Norwich have been certainly in this game the best performance out of the last 3 games, but still finding a way behind.
Jack, great comment from Neil Berry on Facebook. Change needed up top ASAP. And I agree. And I don't just agree. Oh, here we go. Here comes Marcus Rashford. Oh, by the way, what about this, by the way? What about this? 3 substitutions in 1-0 up. This is proactive from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and this is what I love to see. And this is what I wish we did. Look, we're 1-0 down, 60 minutes on the clock. And why do we leave it so late to bring on substitutions, Jack? Because for me, Anel Hernandez isn't that player that you can just chuck on at 75 minutes and hope that he has that spark. He has to warm up to a game. He has to have that time to get up to speed, get up to the tempo. So I sincerely hope that Daniel Farke has learned his lessons from those two disappointing performances against Southampton and Everton. And I really do hope that he brings on his substitutions ASAP. Don't forget, we've got 5 to make, Jack. And we've got some good options on the bench, Jack. Yeah. Mario Vrancic sitting there, rotting away. Anel Hernandez, who should have arguably started today. And look at these 3 players here coming on now, Jack. You know, this is key for Norwich now. And Manchester United have made the first big move. And again, I'll say it, this is what you should be doing. Proactive football management, tactical awareness, bringing the game to Norwich, unrelenting pressure. Marcus Rashford bringing the ball to Norwich. I really don't like the look of that at all. And Daniel Farke hasn't brought on subs. Lucas Rupp, I think, has gone off injured, Jack.
Looks like he's going to the toilet, doesn't it? Or going for a hot dog or something? Yeah, he's holding his hip. The Tottenham City sponsored player Lucas Rupp. I agree with you though, Chris. Hernandez is on.
Oh, go on, Anel!
Go on, Anel!
See, and it must have been Daniel Farke must be streaming into the TNC Live in his pocket to realise that he had to make that change.
No, that stand, it wasn't a fishing rod. It was an iPad holder, and he's got the stream on, and he's listening to us and going, actually, I agree.
And I don't blame him because, our tactical analysis has been absolutely sublime in the last 2 fixtures, that's for sure.
Haven't got a clue, says...
when is the drinks break, Jack? I'm clucking for a beer.
Go and get one quickly. I'm going to answer this.
I'm going to need to get a beer, lads.
Best away day. My favourite away day. There's been a few. I really enjoyed when we beat Bristol City 1-0. That was a very random one, but I love Bristol as a place. So that was a favourite one. Palace away a few years ago, we lost, but half-time was carnage. There's been a lot of good away days. I really do miss away days. I miss the people I see, my friends, you guys who I get to see at away games. Sunderland away when we beat them 3-1. That was a particularly good game. I just love seeing new places. That's what I love about away days. Chris, you've got your Australia.
Here we go.
Oh, not again.
Throw it in. A little scrimmage. Come on, the boys.
Hernandez substitution was needed, and this next 5 minutes will make or break because I feel like the tempo has just been taken up with the sting of it. Manchester United, they're a very good team. They've got loads of good players. They'll be knowing that they just want to cut the sting out of Norwich, and they've done that well in the last 5.
I have to make this comment, Jack. Ben Godfrey, I've not been impressed with his last 2 performances at all. That is what we want to see. And I know Igalo is injured, so I want to be respectful, but we want to see that aggression. Don't mess around with us. You can't barge us off the ball. Have some of that. That's what we need to see. Of course, we've given away a free kick, but in a position that we should be able to defend. We need to see that aggression from Norwich a lot more than we have been, Jack.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. I don't know about our defending from set pieces.
I tell you what, Jack, I really, really like the look of Anel Hernandez today. Those orange boots. And I tell you what, here we go. Todd Cantwell, feed the beast. Go on, Anel. Oh, that's a stinker.
I tell you what, I don't know about you, Chris. I like Onel looking bald.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to see it.
Toddy's down again. This is a head injury. Another worry for Toddy.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He's just trying to do his pals, isn't he? He will be all right. He'll be all right. Don't be silly. What's he injured there for? Oh, that's off the ball. That's off the ball. Look. And I was wondering what Daniel Farke was calling for there, but he's got a great shout. Off the ball, unnecessary and spiteful from the cocky, arrogant Scott McTominay. This is why people hate him. Look at him watching Todd there. Oh. How dare you? I hate that man. Awful, aggressive, unnecessary Scott McTominay. Oh,
you know he's chirping away as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah, giving it large. Oh, look at me. I play for Manchester United. Well, you're not famous anymore, mate. Oh, right. Let's try and calm down, Chris. Get some composure.
Yeah. Have a sniff of a stray. Sit back.
Yeah.
This game, and Toddy's going to pop up with a goal any moment now, I feel. He's going to have fire in the belly after that. He doesn't like being taken as a mug. And Scott McTominay, he's left an elbow in there. I'm very surprised. And you know what? I'm disappointed with the referee not pulling Scott McTominay aside, at least offering a yellow card.
No. Did you say that on purpose to wind me up, Jack? You're surprised that the referee didn't give that decision?
I am.
No, you're not. Big team decision yet again. I will say it over and over again. And the more people that realise this, the better. And anyone that supports a bottom club, again, a bottom half club against a top half opposition will see this over and over again. Referee bias all of the time. How has he not even pulled that back? And by the bloody way, VAR? Do we have VAR?
Yes, I think so.
Where's VAR there?
Maybe we don't have VAR. I'm not sure. Let us know in the comments. I haven't got the commentary on, so I don't know. Also, I just want to quickly say thank you. We've had 50 new subscribers during this stream. Welcome to Talk Norwich City. We're the #1 largest Norwich City fan channel. I think we're the largest Norwich City channel other than the official club channel. So welcome along. This is myself, Jack Reeve, joined with my good friend, brother, maybe, Chris Reeve. And we are doing live streams of every single Norwich City game. We're watching along. We're having a good time. We're having a couple of beers. We might even get some food out in a bit. I don't know.
We're not having
goal. Timu Pukki, edge of the box here. Good opportunity for Norwich to do something.
That's where you want to see Timu Pukki, and that's what Pukki's very good at, Jack, holding the ball up.
Alex Tete now on the edge of the box, sprays it out to Jamal Lewis, getting in good areas. Now take him on, Jam. Take him on. Slowing it down. I don't like that. Emmy, though, on the edge of the box.
Go on, Emmy. Go on, Emmy.
Go on.
Oh, that's pathetic. Oh, shit. Yes, Tets. Go on, the boys. Oh, go on. Come on.
Norwich City. This is good. Daz saying hello from Costa Rica. Costa Rica is on my next place. I really, really want to go. Let me know some recommendations for Costa Rica. Sean McGongle saying VAR is only in the Premier League, not the FA Cup, apparently. So that I reckon if that was VAR, he might have been off for that. As Jamal Lewis gets it down the left flank, crosses it in, cleared by a big head Maguire.
Jack, in the Premier League, he goes off for that. He's sent to the showers in the Premier League for that. And look, as I said, before the game, Scott McTominay, that's who he is. He's showing his true colours there. Really, really disgusting play, and so unnecessary as well. By far the better team with the better players with more money. To be doing that against Norwich really is pathetic. But
you know why he's doing it though, Chris? He's scared. That's all. Yeah,
exactly, Jack. Exactly. It's because Todd Cantwell is all over him. Yeah. Simple as that.
Good chance here for Emi Buendia. This is a free kick. These are the types of opportunities Norwich have to take advantage of.
Right. Over the first man. No! Oh no! Oh no!
Cleared off the line. Oh no, it's Ben Godfrey. It's hit. I have to see a replay of this. Let us know in the comments what has just happened. It looked a clear goal. It's been cleared off the line by an Norwich player. It's a delightful ball whipped in by Emi Buendia. Ben Godfrey gets his head on it.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
That was the equaliser. That was the equaliser, friends.
You've got a bloody laugh, haven't you? We have no luck. Or we're so bad that we're even trying to defend for Manchester United. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, that's comical, isn't it, Jack?
I don't know who got the header. Please do let us know in the comments. It looks
Ben Godfrey, mate. Ben Godfrey clears it.
He was the one on the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, he clears it off the line. I think it was Tim Close with the header in. Oh, dear. See, Jack, at 70 minutes, that goes in. We win this cup tie. Simple as that.
So unlucky. So unlucky.
And that's superb there, by the way. Ben Godfrey, of course, playing for his move to Manchester United.
Yeah,
That's defending.
The replay's coming up. It is Ben Godfrey that somehow clears it off our own line. It's a delightful free kick.
He knows. He knows. He said there, you could have, if you're watching this on BBC, you heard it there. Ben Godfrey says, I couldn't do anything about that. It hits my shoulder. And here he is, the best DJ in northern Switzerland, Josip Drmic, comes on for...
Timu's off, and he looked devastated, Timu.
Not sure about that. I hope Pookie's injured. Oh, it's a water break, which means the beer comes out.
Chris, I'm going for a water disposal break, if you know what I mean. I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, no problem at all. A water disposal break.
It's the replay. It's actually headed on by Alex Tete, and it's cleared off the line. It's a stop by Emi Buendia.
Oh, no, to be fair, I don't think that was going in. I don't think it was going in. Here we go. Let's see it back. Yeah, no, it wasn't going in. Of course, it's Tete with the shot. No, it wasn't going in. But look, it's unlucky by Ben. And by the way, Ben Godfrey has been superb at the back today. So look, guys, everyone who's in the comments, I can feel and see the frustration. The lads have gone in for a drinks break. 71 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. We've got a chance here. We still have a chance. I'm very disappointed that I am a little bit disappointed that we've not been more potent in the second half. Of course, so unlucky to concede to Manchester United there. And of course, the story of this game. If it gets to 80 minutes on the clock, the bus will get parked and Norwich are going to find it difficult. So look, these last 10 minutes, it's do or die for Norwich City. It really is. It's going to be very, very difficult. Chaz Tats on YouTube says, Tete, 35-yard screamer, Chris. Yes, please. I would love to see that. I really would love to see that. Loads of good comments in the live comments on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Norwich fans, let me know, are you feeling confident still or are you defeated? I don't know about you, but I'm pissed off. I'll tell you the reason why I'm pissed off. Josip Drmic coming on over Adam Eder. I'm not sure about that at all. Jack, what's your thoughts and feelings on that?
Yeah, I think Pookie looked tired out there. He's played a lot of football the last, not the last few months, but the last season or so. He's been in a remarkably hot streak. So I don't think we should blame Pookie for maybe being in a bit of a dry patch. I agree, though. I think I'd probably be opting for Eder over Drmic. Although, Chris, let's not forget, Drmic got the goal against Spurs to get us into this round. So
yeah, and a brilliant taken goal as well. He definitely meant to hit it off his knee/chest/ crown jewels. There you go.
Jahan FC saying 94th minute equaliser and we'll win on penalties. Carl, I'll hold you to that, buddy.
Jack, you know what? I might be about to make a complete mug of myself, but I'm feeling a Norwich win still. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why, because we've never done it. We've not done it all season long. But going forwards today, the sun on our backs, the sun in the Manchester United goalkeeper's eyes.
Oh, when he does stuff like that, it gets me really kind of fizzy inside.
I was wondering where you were going with your descriptive language there, Jack. I thought you were going to say horny. Go on, the boys. Oh, see, Jack, I am feeling confident. I don't know if it's the Estrella. But I am feeling quietly confident still. And particularly when you see Alex Tete bringing the ball forwards like that. I say that. Nope, he's gone backwards.
Yeah, thanks for everyone who's tuning in. There's tons of you in here. Keep plugging away with the comments. We're reading them all. As I said earlier, it's lovely to have a bit of a community feel back about, because, the one thing I've really missed during lockdown is not seeing my mates, not seeing you guys at Carrow. I don't know.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, it's in! City.
Get in there!
Goodness.
Come on!
Chris, talk about that.
If you're a Man United fan from Great Yarmouth, have some of that. For the guy that was giving me shit about Scott McTominay in the comments, have some of that. Get in there.
Get in there, Toddy.
And that is why Todd Cantwell is in the team. And that is what he can do. Jack, we win this game to the semi-final of the FA Cup. It's happening. I'm telling you now, it is happening. What a game. What a take. Always going away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Chris, we said earlier when Scott McTominay left that horrible elbow on Todd Cantwell, we said he did it because he was scared. And guess what?
Yeah.
Steps up to the mark, pops it home, and look right there, 1-1.
Have some of that, Scott McTominay fans. Have some of that. Todd Cantwell, Daniel Farker, fists to the sky, and I couldn't agree more. That's really got me going.
Woo!
Jack, we said it. It had to happen before the 80th minute. It's happened. Jack, look, this is the time now that Norwich City need to switch on. This is the time that defensively we need to be really sharp. And Jack, for me, this is also the time that we bring on a substitution, that we bring the game to Manchester United, that we make them look like the mugs that they are. We've got the opportunity to beat this Manchester United team today.
Look, Chris, I don't know if the temperature in this room has suddenly risen, but I'm getting very, very hot indeed. And I think it's because of that Todd Cantwell strike. He's got me feeling hot under the collar. It's a lovely strike. It's curling away from Romero in goal. Everyone's going mad in the comment section. Norwich are back in this game and on top. Todd Cantwell equalises for Norwich City. We've said it from the start. Todd Cantwell, on his day, is one of the best players around. He's made this Manchester United team look like a bunch of amateurs today, and we clear it with style. That's what you get when you try and stop Todd Cantwell. McTominay left an elbow in on him earlier. There was no VAR, so we couldn't look at it. And guess what? He pops up. He loves it.
Yeah, good. He gets his just desserts, and rightly so. Fantastic defending, by the way, from Norwich City so far, although it's a corner, so I probably said that too early, that's for sure. David Lamb on Facebook says, let's see if that gives us some belief. It gives me belief, all right. And by the way, strange substitution here for Manchester United. Hey, Scott McTominay's off. Have some of that. You're off, Sonny Jim. Have some of that.
Chris. He's scared.
Yeah, and even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can see the Pogba.
Chris, I don't know what you're worried about, mate.
Paul Pogba, Jack. What do you mean? What am I worried about?
We've got a good group. Oh, actually, he's not on the pitch anymore, is he?
Oh dear, it's a corner, by the way, which we don't like. Tete, he's always there, leaps like a salmon that he is. Superb.
You know what, Chris? I'm going to do a little Todd Cantwell surf dance.
Yeah, I like that. I'll go for a bit of that as well. As soon as I'm on my fourth Estrella.
Come on.
I'll tell you what, Jack, that's going to get clipped up if we don't win this game. That's for sure. But you know what? I don't care because I'm Norwich and proud and I support my local football team, unlike 80% of the Manchester United supporter base.
Great comment coming in here from someone. I've lost it now. Saying the deer and
they're so strong defensively.
500 people watching us, in our living room do a surfing dance. Welcome along. This is Talk Norwich City, the #1 Norwich City fans channel. We're watching an FA Cup quarter-final match.
Go on now.
If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe for more of this great live streaming action. Come on, the boys.
Yeah, go on, the boys. And by the way, Jack, you know, the lads know in yellow and green, they feed an El Hernandez. You know that he's going to cause damage. That's a great ball from Paul Pogba out to Mason Greenwood. Boys, come on. Switch on.
Spacey.
Oh my God. I literally can't do this. Come on, boys. Get to penalties and you know who's the winner.
This is tense, Chris. This is very tense. It goes to extra time before penalties, right?
Yeah, but mate, honestly,
I hope the live stream will carry on that long. I think there's a 3-hour limit on Facebook, but not to worry.
Oh, really? Well, in which case, Jack, we'll have to start a new one and we'll call it FA Cup semi-final success.
If you're just joining us, it's Norwich City 1, Manchester United 1. Odion Ighalo with the first goal for Manchester United in the 51st minute. Fairly scrappy, but a good finish. Todd Cantwell with a stunning 25-yard strike to equalise for Norwich City. Welcome along to Talk Norwich City. Hit subscribe so you never miss any of these live streams. We're going live during and after every single Norwich City game this season. Welcome along. This is Norwich City in the FA Cup quarter-final. It's 1-1. Thank you for tuning in. Keep on commenting. Where are you watching from? What are you drinking? What are you eating? How did you celebrate that Todd Cantwell goal. Get the surf dance out, baby. We're going to Wembley.
Our own. He's one of our own. Oh, Toddy Cantwell. He's one of our own. Get in there. By the way,
80 minutes on the clock. Who's the more favourable to go on and win this?
Oh, mate, come on. Absolutely silly question. Manchester United are completely shitting themselves right now. Norwich City can absolutely go on to win this game. And El Hernandez here. I mean, seriously, Jack, I really, really think Norwich have got a great opportunity here. All of the glory-hunting Manchester United fans are sweating buckets. They know that this Norwich City side are in the ascendancy. They know that we want this more than Manchester United. And they know that we've got the home advantage. I mean, look at that finish from Todd Cantwell. I mean, I could watch that all day. I would go as far as saying this, Jack. That strike from Todd Cantwell is 18 plus. And if that's not uploaded to Pornhub later on, I have no idea what should.
Haven't got a clue. EastEnders is not even on because of this. My missus is not happy. Look, tell the missus Todd Cantwell is going to get a more... Norwich really starting to build here. They can taste Wembley. Their taste buds are tingling at the prospect of a Wembley appearance. They know they're better than Manchester United. It's 1-1. There's 9 minutes left on the clock. Ben Godfrey whips in a ball. Romero gets on the end of it. It was so close to falling to Jojo.
You know that Big Jojo, you feed Big Jojo and he scores. That is for sure, without a doubt. Joe Bradfield on YouTube, who is a Reading fan, unbelievably, unlucky for you, says Tete to score the winner. Yes, please.
Look, Chris, I'm excited. I'm nervous. This has been a really promising performance from Norwich City today. We needed a response, and we've got exactly that.
Jack, just be careful because you know what is that, by the way?
Yeah.
I mean, mate, I honestly think, I'm looking at this Manchester United side, and Jack, as long as we can hold possession, see, this is the key. These final closing minutes in this game, if we can hold possession, Jack, we can absolutely go on to win this. If we let Manchester United build, we're going to have issues. I mean, Marcus Rashford and
chance for Norwich City here to progress up the pitch. Sloppy from Manchester United. Todd Cantwell gets the ball. Jojo was running. Jojo gets the ball. Big Jojo down the right-hand side. Opportunity to cross. Dermich. He's in. He's in. Hit it.
Oh! Come on, the boys. We can do this.
Norwich.
We can absolutely do this. We can do this. I tell you what, this... By the way, mate, he's miles offside there.
Yeah, he's miles offside.
I mean, how is he not? Surely he's been flagged there.
It's Dermich, isn't it? It's a great strike by Ndia. Look, if I'm a betting man, and I am a betting man, I'd be having a couple of quid on Norwich here.
A couple of quid, mate. I'd be putting my lifetime mortgage savings on it, that's for sure. Jamal Lewis with the throw. So much time and respect for Chris Domagala's tattoos, by the way. Of course, the Norwich fitness manager, I'll call him. There is a rumor that he's got Norwich Cathedral tattooed on his bicep. And I tell you what, Jack, I tell you for free now, if he hasn't got the Norwich Cathedral tattooed on his bicep, I would certainly be getting it on my bicep if Norwich gone to win this game. This is great play from Emi Buendia.
He's in. Hernandez.
Shit, that's so shit. Oh, go on. Oh, that's superb. And that's the fight we want to see from the boys. That's the fight. See, that's what we want, Jack. Oh, and Nell's so close to pulling the trigger there.
Manchester United are on the ropes. This is a massive opportunity for these boys to become men, write themselves in Norwich City folklore.
I like that from you, Jack. And I tell you what, it would certainly write. And you know what, Jack? Bang on the money there. And I like that from you. And it's about time that you said something like that. I tell you what, this is an opportunity for these players to write their name in Norwich City folklore. Remember, this is the first time we're at this stage of the FA Cup since something crazy like 1992, I believe.
That right there is what we've been lacking in previous games. Quick to the ball. On El Hernandez, beats Paul Pogba, draws the foul. It cuts out all that sting.
And that right there is, and I'm going to say it, and I don't want to sound negative, this is what I was talking about, Jack. We know that this team has got the passion. We know that this team has got the fight. We know that this team can play football. We know that this team can break opposition down. We're playing Manchester United. We're against a World Cup winner here in Paul Pogba, and we have got them on the ropes. Jack, are we going to win this game of football? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I love to hear that from you. And I tell you why, Jack, because you have been so harsh on the lads in the last 2 days.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Norwich building here. Welcome to everyone.
Whoa. I don't know if this is a joke. I don't know this is a joke, but Sean has said 2-1. I think that's a joke. That's got to be a joke.
It would be a joke.
It's a
Welcome
joke.
to everyone. This is the Talk Norwich City Watchalong and the Norwich City versus Manchester United FA Cup quarter-final match. We've gained nearly 100 subscribers this stream. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We're doing these live streams throughout the rest of the season. Igor says this shows that the players have not given up on staying up. When they have something to play for, we're scarily good. I agree, Igor.
Jack, this says to me that this is it. This is what we said, and this is why confidence and mentality and tactical prowess play such a big part in this game, Jack. We're coming up against a team that have spent God knows what. I mean, Harry Maguire has probably earned more money in the last minute than I have for the last 3 years. Seriously, mate, I'm so bloody proud of this Norwich team right now. I really am. And it's great to see Ahmad Mustafa on YouTube saying Spurs fan here rooting for Norwich. I respect that highly. Thank you very much.
Good man, Ahmed. Scotty B says the heart is pumping hard. Well, that's what the heart's there to do. It's there to give you vim and it's there to give you vigour. And we've got both of them today.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Says Norwich are going to win this. Love and support from India. Nice to have you along, Tamil.
Jack, I tell you what I really don't like, by the way. I really don't like Anthony Martial coming on in the form that he's in. I really don't like that.
Yeah, but we've got Todd Cantwell, Chris. I've had enough of this pessimism from you.
Mate, I love you. I love you when you're positive, by the way. It's about time I heard this from you. Have they won a free kick there?
Free kick to Manchester United.
Red card. It's a red card.
What for?
It's a red card. What for? Is that a joke?
Timmy Close is off. Oh, that's not what we needed. I didn't see what it was for, Chris. Let's watch this back. Here's the replay.
Oh, hang on. No, it's Ben Godfrey's gone. Or no, Tim Close is the last man. He's the last man, and he's brought him down, Jack.
Tim Close, man.
Mate, I'm sorry to say it, but he's the last man, and he's an experienced player, and he knows that he was trying to put a fast one on John Moss there. Of course, John Moss, of course, massively biased to Manchester United, but Tim Close shouldn't be doing that there.
So angry. We're in this game. There's 2 minutes left of the game. And he does that. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Oh, Jack, and this free kick now as well is just not good. It really isn't good.
From 100 to 0, Tim Close has been out of the game.
Bruno Fernandes, by the way. I don't like the look of this, Jack. Please keep your fingers crossed, everyone. We're going to need some luck here, seriously.
Hit the wall. It was a poor free kick.
Hey! Jack. And I mean it now. Obviously, this goes without saying. Manchester United have to win this cup tie. An extra man with the quality that they've got. For me, this is over. Manchester United have to. By the way, Tommy Tribal going on. Manchester United have to go on to win this game. I agree with the comment from Monkey Magic 2020.
Cantwell going off, by the way.
It's a blatant red. He didn't need to do it. Completely disagree with bringing off. But by the way, you know what they're trying to do here, Jack? They're trying to shut up shop. They know that Manchester United are gonna pile it on, and they're hoping to get this to pens now. Daniel Farker has made this clear with that substitution. Super Tommy Tribal. We're gonna need all the luck in the world right now. That's for sure.
Jen's joined the action. Say hello to Jen in the
Hey,
YouTube
Chris.
comments and Facebook comments. Tim Close has just been sent off for Norwich City, bringing the last man down. It was silly from Tim Close. 6 minutes added time. Manchester United have it in the box. It's crossed in. It's cleared. Norwich have done well to stay in this game.
Is it extra time and penalties, or
Will be extra time and penalties?
And is Chris watching at the same time
He
as
is,
you?
yeah.
We're at the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played, boys. We're fine. Jack, I mean this now. I mean this now with all my heart. If we win this game, this is the biggest. This is bigger than Manchester City. This is huge. FA Cup quarter-final, 10 men, only 10 men on the pitch. If we manage to nick a win here, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Very silly of Tim Close. It has to be said. He will deserve the criticism that he will receive. I hate to say it because he's a top man. He's a very nice guy, but so unnecessary there. Was it harsh though, Jack? I know he was tackling him.
It wasn't. It was the last man. It was clinical. The thing you have to realise here, Chris, though, is there's still 30 minutes left of this game. Sit back, suck it up, and we're probably the favourites on penalties, aren't we?
Jack, did you just say there's 30 minutes left of this game?
Yeah.
Extra time.
Yeah.
But we've not gone through to extra time yet, Jack. We need to shut up.
I know.
We need to make sure that we get through these dying embers here, because any mistake from the lads now will be punished. Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford, these are some of the best players in world football. This will be huge if Norwich City manage to do something here, that's for sure. It's amazing, Jack, how things can change. We've gone from me 4 beers deep thinking that we're world beaters to, I'm surrendering, please. Let's just hope we get through to pens. I mean, what is Tim Close doing there? I mean, I know Igalo's looking for it, but...
The thing is, though, Chris, you stand alongside him if you're Tim Close, and you've still got to beat Tim Krul one-on-one. It's silly from Tim Close. Is it the time that he's had off? Just slightly slow and the ball, I'm afraid.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. That's for sure.
Thanks to everyone tuning in. Please hit subscribe. It means you'll never miss out on future live streams. We've had a load of new subscribers in this stream, so thank you for watching. There's nearly 500 of you.
And to welcome the new subscribers, I would like to say, Daniel Farker, what a tan he has got it during the lockdown period. Congratulations. Oh, that's sublime there from Switzerland's best DJ. Unlucky.
I tell you what, imagine if we could just nick a winner here.
Mate, honestly, I will go absolutely ape shit if we manage to nick a win. But let's not talk about that. Let's make sure we're defensively resolute. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I can't.
I have looked slightly off the pace here today, though. It must
don't say that now, for God's sake, man. Oh, that's sublime from Tommy T. Get out, boys. Yes, John Moss. Yeah.
I don't know what that was a free kick for, but
I tell you what it's for, Jack. I tell you what it's for. It's because he gave a red to Norwich, and that's what referees do when they give red cards. They want to make it up to the other team because they know that it was harsh on the opposition. Some real shocking shouts in the comments and a surprising amount of Manchester United fans, which is great to see. Of course, you're welcome, but at the same time, definitely the second best team at Carrow today, without a shadow of a doubt.
Jay Scolding says, tactical red card. Close always will be my favourite City player as long as he stays. Yeah, we love Tim Close. Was it a tactical red? I don't think Igalo would have scored from there. But
Really, Jack? He was brilliant. The first goal, he took it very well from a similar position. I actually agree with that comment. It's a brilliant shout. It's an absolutely brilliant shout. It really is. I think that maybe it was tactical. Maybe he had to bring him down. There you go.
Welcome along. This is Norwich City 1, Manchester United 1. It's the FA Cup quarter-final. Norwich have progressed the furthest they've done in the FA Cup for over 20 years. The opportunity to play at Wembley awaits for the winner of this clash. Can we make it to the semi-final? Todd Cantwell's equalizer means that it has a chance of going to extra time as Manchester United pile on the pressure against 10-man Norwich.
Mate, and it's not just this isn't just the FA Cup, don't forget. This is serious legacy stuff here. This is I mean, this is verging on statue stuff. You know, if you manage to get through to the final of the FA Cup, you know, that's absolutely huge. It really is.
Yeah, I agree. And we need a response from this Norwich City team, and we've got it. The tempo's been higher, the pressing has been better, the clinicalness has been there today. Manchester United camped in our half. Can we ride out the next 50 seconds to take it to extra time?
Jack, honestly, if we can get this through to extra time, that's the first objective without a shadow of a doubt. But for me, and I know it sounds negative, this is the impossible. It really is. Like, if you win this, you know, it's unbelievable. How are we going to cope with 30 minutes of extra time coming up against a World Cup winner, coming up against a man that's fed God knows how many kids in schools? This is a good chance. That's a brilliant save from Tim Krul.
Save from Tim Krul.
Tim Krul, what a man!
That was the chance for Man United.
And that is why Tim Krul gets my player of the season all day long. Jack, a fantastic couple. Oh, that second one is even better. Absolutely sublime work there from Timmy Krul. Deflection as well.
Yeah, it's Mason Greenwood. It's taken a deflection off from Jamal Lewis, and that ended up being the final moment of play in the 90. It goes to extra time. Norwich City have taken Manchester United. Let's not forget, people, in the comments section below, Manchester United have been very good the last couple of games. We've taken them to extra time. Anything can happen here, Chris.
This is it, mate. Absolutely brilliant. I have to say, right, I'm going to say this now. I am so goddamn proud of the lads today. And I always say this when we get to this position. I always do. I could not be prouder of the lads today to come from an embarrassing crap performance against Everton to doing this against Manchester United. The odds are against us. The lads have dug deep. They've always looked like they were in the game. We could have gone on to win the game earlier. Of course, it's such a shame that we've conceded that red card, Jack. But for me, I'm so proud of the Norwich boys today. And look, if we go out now, at least we go out with a fight. And that's the thing, Jack. That's what we want to see as Norwich fans, isn't it?
Definitely. Lots of Manchester United fans in the comment section. Let us know what you guys are thinking. I guess you're the favourites here, but Norwich City have probably had the better of the chances. It was a fantastic save by Tim Krul, most people's player of the season so far. I think he'll be lifting the Barry Butler trophy, probably sanitised at the end of this season.
Yeah. I've noticed, Jack, that a lot of the Manchester United comments on this stream are coming in very quickly. It smells like they're all from Great Yarmouth. Surprise, surprise. On that note, I'm going for a water disposal break.
Yeah, okay. Welcome along to the stream. Jen has joined us. She's been out and about today. See anyone?
I've been watching the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching. I've been keeping in touch with it.
If you're just joining us, the score's Norwich 1, Manchester United 1. It's the FA Cup quarter-final. Norwich are down to 10 men, though. If you're watching on the BBC, you would have just seen the replay of Tim Close being sent off. It was really poor. Igalo lost him. He was through on goal, and Close was clinical. He brought him down. It was a red card. Rosie Hull watching the stream. Hello, Rosie.
Hi, Rosie. Jack, what I was just looking for online, I don't know if you know, Norwich's penalty stats. Man United's penalty stats, Norwich's penalty stats. What are we looking at? What's the likely story?
Well, I think if we take it to penalties, Jan, I think Norwich will be the favourites. You know, we've won a penalty shootout against Tottenham to get here. We were there at White Hart Lane. Tim Krul saved some penalties against Manchester United at Carrow Road earlier in the season. They'll have that in the back of their minds. If we can get through the next 30 minutes of action, Jen, Norwich will be the favourites.
All right, babe.
Chris, there's a cat involved.
Look, Jack, Monty's in the room. He's absolutely buzzing for the next period of extra time. Mate, I tell you what, mate, we've got a fantastic chance here, and we really do.
How do you feel after that Close red card? I've just seen the replay pack. It looks as if Tim Close was running through treacle to keep up with Odion Igalo.
Mate, I will never look. For me, I can't ever disrespect pace because I've played at Carrow Road. I know you have as well. Until you're on that pitch, it's very difficult. The worst player for pace was Sebastian Bassong. Honestly, watching him was like watching a caravan being dragged through 500 yards of mud. It really was. But look, boys, I tell you what, we've got a fantastic chance here. Todd Cantwell done us proud there. What a strike to equalise. What a strike to equalise. And Jack, you know what? I've got to say it again. People will get annoyed if we go on to. Oh no, is that Duda?
Duda's on the pitch.
For who? What team did they start with? I didn't see.
Substitution. Buendia has been taken off for Andrzej Duda. Buendia is fuming on the side of the pitch. He is absolutely fuming.
Doing this?
Wow. Duda has been brought on for Emi Buendia. Yeah, Buendia was brilliant today. Let us know in the comment section. What are we thinking about that, people? Duda on for Emi Buendia. What happened there, Christopher?
Fucking hell, mate.
God, Jack's mum watching this. You can't swear.
Fucking hell, mate. By the way, I'm saying farking. I'm not swearing.
Matthew Johnson says this is the stuff that fart gets destroyed for. What the hell? There's a lot of choice language being put in there for Duda. He didn't prove himself against Everton. This is a massive moment for Andrzej Duda. Emi was fuming. You could see he got his sock tape off and threw it.
He's angry.
To the ground. Scotty is farking hell.
What is Daniel Farker thinking?
I don't know, mate.
Why has he bought off Emi Buendia? Oh no! Oh, mate, why is he bought off Emi Buendia for Duda?
This is a great comment from where's it gone? There's so many comments coming here. I'm losing the one. Basically, yeah, here we go. Ben Carter. He said Stiepermann is still contracted to us, right? If Emi was tired. Yeah, look, we've got Marco Stiepermann on the bench. He's a man who we know can perform. Welcome to the man himself, Jez from Bears. Buendia looks well peed off. Look, that's calm language. Buendia looked more than peed off. He looked fuming. And you know what? If I'm Emi, I've had enough.
Yeah. That sucks. That sucks.
Well, mate, I am because you know, I mean, I don't know how I do not know how Duda is managed to come on the pitch here. I really don't, and you know, I find it difficult to villainize an individual, but that performance against Everton was honestly one of the worst I've seen in my entire lifetime. It really was. It really was, and I've been on the planet far too long suffering with Norwich City performances. So for me, not good enough. Anyway, you know what, Jack? Second, we're into extra time now. I feel like this is an appropriate moment. It's time for On the Ball City. Kick it off, throw it in, have a little scrimmage, keep it low, splendid rush, bravo, win or die. On the Ball City, never mind the danger. Steady on. Now's your chance. Oh, scored City. Come on.
Great, Chris. Let us know in the comments below where you're singing On the Ball City from. We've got Pakistan viewers. We've got Macedonian viewers, Uzbekistani viewers, Libyan viewers, Saudi Arabian viewers, Nigerian viewers, Stratton Strawless viewers from all over the planet. Let us know where you're commenting from.
As the famous Sean DePaul says, Mr. Worldwide.
That's Pitbull.
Oh, sorry, Pitbull. Oh, what a save! Tim Krul there. What a save by Timmy Krul there. Yet again, the player of the season doing what he does best. Defend. I mean, to do that there, Jack, that's a sublime save. Oh.
Chaz Tat says, Jack and Jen, disappointed you didn't sing. Look, you don't want to hear Jen sing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Alison Reeve, my mum, says, sing loud, Chris. Love it. Have you had any complaints from the neighbours yet, Chris?
No, not yet, but they're loud enough, mate, so they deserve it.
Someone was from Thailand.
Thailand.
Get out! Oh. Get out! Way! Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry you home.
Chris, we've got to remember, though, there's 27 minutes of this game left. Man United with all the pressure so far.
Yeah, and you know what, Jack? We're Norwich City Football Club. We've spent 700 grand this season, and we are in extra time against one of the best teams on planet Earth in the FA Cup quarterfinal. So you know what I'm going to do, Jack? I'm going to enjoy these minutes because we're not losing. So why not?
Yeah, no, agree. Barry Lee Cullis from Southwest London says, how funny if the deciding penalty will be taken by Duda. Chris, that could be boys becoming men moments.
I tell you what, mate, could you, by the way, let's just not talk about it for the time being. Come on, the boys, let's get some penalties.
It's been a promising performance. If you're just joining us, maybe you've just clocked off from work. I don't know what you've been doing today. I hope you had a good day, whatever you've been up to. But Norwich are putting a solid... You know, people have to keep the world going. We might have taxi drivers. We might have...
No, I like that from you. It's about time you said something like that, Jack. It's about time that you respected the taxi drivers of planet Earth. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, Jack, I could not be more confident of winning this fixture now. I am full of beer, full of positivity.
And completely agree. Ahmed Mustafa, welcome to the stream, all the way from Singapore, 2:30 in the morning, watching along.
Oh, yes.
Ahmed, sing on the ball city like Chris Reeve has done. We've got 25 minutes and 45 seconds left. Then it's the penalties.
Stand up, boys. Stand strong, boys. Well done.
Oh, no.
Well done, boys. Tell you what, this is what we support Norwich City for. I mean, come on, going into this fixture, Jack, did we have a... Oh, God, Martial. Oh, God.
Scored a hat-trick in his last game, Anthony Martial. Eric Bailly going off. Defender going off. Attacker coming on. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer taking the game to Norwich City here, Chris.
Oh, God, that's not what you wanted to see. But it was inevitable, Jack. And, you know, so goes the rules of tournament football. To win the trophies, you have to beat the best teams. So let's see what we can do against a star-studded Manchester United team here. Is that a toilet roll on the pitch there, by the way?
Oh, no. GK76, it's 11:36 a.m. here in LA. Is that Los Angeles, America, or is that the LA club in Hemsby? Let us know down below. We've got Costa Ricans. We've got Degrassi. Not sure where that is. Welcome along. We all saw it coming, says Monkey Magic 22. Look, Norwich City are taking Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, to extra time in the FA Cup. This is the magic of the FA Cup, Chris.
It is, Jack, but I don't want to bring it up. And what you have just seen there is Tom Tribal stand up to a World Cup winner. That is why he is an exceptional footballer.
Yeah, no, definitely. And of course, Tom will be becoming a father soon. Hopefully, him and Anna are, having a good time at the moment.
What are you on about?
Oh, God. They've had a good time, that's for sure. And Duda here, by the way. Oh, sure.
I've never seen him before.
Who, Duda?
He's
hang on. Whoa. This is key. That is pathetic refereeing, pathetic officiating, biased officiating. There is no way in hell that is a foul there. And I feel sorry for Duda. He's been very hard done by there, Jack. And you know what we're like from set pieces.
Yeah, we have to defend this. Bruno Fernandes to whip it in.
Oh, and
he's way over.
Miles away. And this is it, mate. We are in their heads. We are living rent-free in Manchester United's heads right now. That is for sure. Jack, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to go and have another drinks break.
Yeah, go for it, mate. If you're just joining us, it's Norwich 1, Manchester United 1. It's the FA Cup quarter-final match. It's gone to extra time. We're 7 minutes into the extra time. As you can see by just over my left shoulder, Jen is biting her nails. That's not through habit. That's through nerves.
pure.
Norwich have got a big opportunity here to take it to the semi-finals, which would take us to Wembley if we win the FA Cup. Retire from work. We're going on a European tour. Uzbekistan away awaits. Kazakhstan away awaits. This could be monumental for Norwich City as Tim Krul clears. Chris, that was quick.
Mate, devastating stuff. I've run out of beers.
Okay.
It's not good news. But to be fair, I probably do need to stay sober on this live stream. That is for sure.
Chris, as Manchester United attack, are they going forward? I just wanted to let you know. Earlier on, I went to Tesco just down the road. 2 pizzas and a 4-pack of Budweiser for £5. Get some of that.
That's lovely. That's really good stuff from your local Tesco. It really is. But Jack, no offense, no one gives a shit right now because we are about to go through to the semi-final of the FA Cup. By the way, Jack,
brings it up the pitch.
We've still got it. I mean, that's Sealy there. Sealy. Is that Lucas Rook there? Is that Lucas Rupp giving it away?
It's gone off, Chris.
Who's the, oh, it's Switzerland's best DJ. That's the shocker from him there.
Thanks.
And I've just seen the worst haircut on planet Earth walk past my window. Blimey, that was a shocker. Here we go. Get up. Well done, Tets.
This is very much Norwich City camping in their own half now. And even the counter-attack looks shot, doesn't it?
Mate, it's going to be tough. We knew it was coming. They've got some exceptional players. Look, if we can just get to the end of this.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus.
I've camped on the edge of our box. We've got 10 men back. That's all we've got. Onel Hernandez needs to shift.
Oh, superb, Onel. God,
Baldy Onel. Great.
So strong. So strong. He seriously needs to enter the world's strongest man competition. That's for sure.
Owen Schaffer says, Kenny looks hurt. Get Mario on.
How many subs have we got left, Jack? I've completely not paid attention to that.
I think we've got 1 or 2. All Things Leeds says,
superb from Tom Troy. Oh, no. They're so poor from Switzerland's best DJ.
All Things Leeds. Does Jen miss Leeds?
Yes.
I don't.
I like living with Jack.
I don't miss Leeds at all.
I'll tell you something for free. Leeds are falling apart again.
They won today, Chris.
Well, yeah, they'll probably go up. And to be fair, it'll be deserved. Go on, Jamal. Bomb on, son.
3 men up here. It's 3 against 5.
Oh, that's superb from Jamal. Oh, unlucky. Oh, he's won the throw-in. Jack, you've got to give Jamal credit there. Absolutely superb from the youngster.
Definitely. Is it time for Adam Eder?
Jack, it's always time for Adam Eder. Every time is time for Adam Eder. And there's nothing more that would, honestly, if Adam Eder scores the winner, I will literally cry like a baby. Oh, that's brilliant from Onel. Go on. Oh.
Chance, Tommy.
Nah, they've come back to him, mate. Oh, it's Duda. Oh, that's a good pass.
Hello. Chances. Tommy T. This is a big chance.
Oh, keep it simple.
Back post. Go back post.
No. Keep it simple.
Good ball. No, it's awful.
Fucking hell, that's absolutely...
That's positive from Norwich City, though, Chris. Getting into the Manchester United half, we've still got something about us here.
No. This is key now, Jack. Get back. 10 men. Oh, Tim Krul. He catches those all day long. Go on, the boy.
Neil Crane, the fantastic comment on Facebook. He says, yes, Eden needs the opportunity and needs to take a penalty. Chris, think back to Tottenham away, the game in which it made us get to here. Adam Eder, top bins penalty. That could be crucial for Norwich.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, if that penalty was Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, it would be put in the best goals of all time. It really would. Adam Eder's penalty against Tottenham was nothing but world class. So, I've said it right from the off for this beginning of this game, Jack. If we can get through to penalties here, we've won. And that's why it's so important that we get to the end of this first half of extra time without conceding.
Ollie Palmer on YouTube says, if we win, we get Europa League qualification. That's if we win the FA Cup. If I was you people, start writing up your resignation notices. We're going on a European tour.
Jack, it's too early. Oh, Onel. Go on, Onel. Oh, he's fed him. Oh,
that's 3. Oh, big chance. Wasteful from Onel.
Not even Switzerland's best DJ can get on to the end of that. That's for sure.
Owen Schaffer saying Manchester United look tired. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We've run them ragged and we've made them look silly. There'll be a lot of big conversations from the hierarchy at Manchester United, that's for sure, because bottom of the Premier League, Norwich City are showing them up, mate. We've been superb in this match. We've done everything that, you would expect of the boys. We've shown fight. We've shown passion. Very unlucky goal to concede. We've been relatively resolute. I say that without touching wood. That's superb there. We've been good, haven't we, mate?
Yeah. No! It was a fantastic shot by Paul Pogba.
Fine all day long. Tim Krul is in the World Cup winner's head. That's for sure. That's never going in from there.
Chris, nearly the first 15 minutes of this first half of added time, we've looked fairly solid.
Fairly solid, Jack. We look absolutely brilliant. I'm just so proud of the boys. I really am. I'm going to have to just, by the way, ref, that's a foul there. Oh, and they'll lashed out. Get back. For fuck's sake. Oh, my God.
Norwich City 1, Manchester United 1. It's the 27th of June. It's Carrow Road. It's the FA Cup final. Manchester United get through, and it goes through for a goal kick. That was Anthony Martial. He's come off the back of a hat-trick. He couldn't finish against Tim Krul.
Jack, that is a huge let-off there. I don't know what everyone thinks in the comments, but for me, that's a huge let-off. My heart was in my mouth. Oh, my God. Wow.
Big chance for Anthony Martial. Could that be the difference? Could that be the moment that Manchester United will be looking back at and regretting? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer slumped down in the executive seats at Norwich City. He hasn't got a blanket.
See, Jack, don't forget, and I'm pretty sure, feel free to shout me down in the comments. Referee! You're joking me! He's climbed all over him like a tree. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul there?
Manchester United through. It's Martial.
How is that not a foul?
Great tackle.
How is that not a foul? Have I lost the plot here? That's a blatant foul.
Manchester United building here. James Elvin. Evening, gents. We can do this. Good to see you, Jimmy. Good to see you, my friend.
Good evening to Norfolk's best accountant, James Elvin, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Scotty B says 1 minute until half-time of the second half.
Don't say anything now. We know what we're like off corner kicks. Get out, lads. Get out. Oh, my God. I don't think I can take this, Jack.
You've got to.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Look, we've seen out the first half of extra time. As Jez Holt says here, United look worried. They do. Solskjaer looks afraid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, Jack. I mean, I would be petrified. I really would be petrified. I really would. I think we've played well, Jack. We've done all the right things. Defensively, we've looked so much more structured. And there it is, Jack. The first period of the extra time is over. What do you make of that, old boy?
Yeah, I thought we defended solidly. It was the one Anthony Martial chance that nearly got the best of us.
Like, how many beers have you had? Asking that question.
A couple.
That's 4.
Look, Norwich, Neil Crane, 1 minute for beer o'clock here in Detroit. Chris is gone.
Shut up, Morrison's car park.
Yeah. No, we love this from Jed's Hull, actually. Morrison's car park. Look, Morrison's, without the Carrow Road traffic, they've probably seen a real dip in commercial revenue on a Saturday.
They don't do chicken dippers and potato wedges anymore.
What is your go-to match day snack?
Before I was vegan, potato wedges, the little chicken dippers?
Yeah,
the
strips.
little chicken strips, chicken bites. Now, maybe a little Greg's sausage roll. That sort of
There isn't a Greg's there, is there?
Yeah, but you know, in the city.
No, at Morrison's I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what they're maybe some wedges.
Okay, yeah. Let us know in the comments, people. Over 400 of you joining us from across the world. If you are a regular Carrow Road attendee, I'm sure you're well used to the chicken strips and wedges meal bill.
Incredible, but that's now closed down. It's not there anymore. The hog roast
Right.
round by the
Chris, are you a fan of the hog roast?
I tell you what, Henry's hog roast outside the South Stand at Norwich City Football Club. Big up to Henry. What a fantastic local business that is. There's nothing better than a hog roast with stuffing, is there, Jack?
No, you know, you Look, this is a good comment from Emily Hayes. Where's this performance been in the Premier League? Completely agree. Where has it been?
Who cares? When you get through to the semi-final of the FA Cup, I'll take it all day long.
Are you an applesauce man in your hog roast?
Oh, mate, don't start me. I love applesauce, but too much is always disappointing. You don't want too much. You don't want to take away from the pork crackling, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's that lovely kind of, you know, I'm almost willing to break my teeth on the crackling.
Wow. That's quite something, Jack. Just like when Norwich City beat Manchester United in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. Jack, look, being 10 men down, having 10 men on the pitch, do you genuinely, hand on heart, I know that we're getting excited, but hand on heart, do you actually believe that we can do the seemingly impossible here?
Yeah, of course. Look, we've got 15 minutes to see this out. We've already seen chances for Norwich City in that first half added down time. Just see it out, and I'd be putting us 4 to 6 favourites going into the penalty shootout. We've seen penalty shootouts. Tim Krul, he'll have his bottle written out. Let us know in the comments. James Elvin, he's been having something good to drink. There's 7 Premier League games left. This can give us such a boost. The away games won't have the same pressure. Keep the faith. Wow, Jimmy Elvin. Good to see you.
And for everyone that doesn't know Jimmy Elvin, the best accountant in Norfolk, when an accountant says that sort of thing, you've got to take that as religion. You really do. The guy knows his stuff, and he's very, very, very astute in his field of work. So for me, I love that. I love to see that. I really do.
Kyle R says his pre-match meal is often a cheeseburger and fries. Look, you can't moan with that. The cheeseburger's like the postman. It always delivers.
Oh, mate, I'm not sure about that. I think cheeseburgers at football clubs are pretty horrific, but the Grant Holt burger at Gonzo's is wonderful. And by the way, Jack, Manchester United threw on goal here. Oh God, no!
Rashford again. It's Norwich City throwing bodies behind the ball here. There's just men everywhere.
Oh, that's a lovely clearance there from the Jam. Get out, Anel. Come on, batter him. He's only a World Cup winner.
If you're watching us for the first time, this is Talk Norwich City, the world's largest Norwich City fans channel. Hit subscribe. You'll never miss out on a live stream again. You get pre-match meal chat. You get accountants chat. You get beer chat. And, of course, you get Norwich City beating Manchester United in the FA Cup chat. If you're watching, hit like. Let's do this.
Yeah, I love that from you, Jack. And one category that you forgot there is shanter, otherwise known as shit banter. Go on, stand strong. No. Oh, my God. Ref. Oh, my God. Get out. Hey!
This is what we're doing. This is
chariots coming for to carry you home.
Ed. So when you're celebrating that, Chris, we're just not quite there.
Chris, what we have to respect here is the Norwich City defence throwing themselves at the body. That's all we want to see.
Mate, we've said it from the first minute to the last. The basics. What Norwich City fans' oxygen is seeing Norwich players put their bodies on the line for this football club. And they've done that during this game, Jack. They have done that. There's a comment here, by the way. I'm not going to try and pronounce your name, but Kane's at the end. This club will kill me. You know what? It's good. Oh, that's a foul. And this looks good here. Book him. Get him in the book. Get him in the book. I love that from you, Mossy. Well done.
Guess what, Chris? If only we had a certain Emi Buendia on the pitch to whip in the cross, like we saw. We nearly equalised when Tete got his head on it and Godfrey cleared it off the line.
Jack, what we have seen here is exactly why Anel Hernandez should have started. That's what happens when he gets running. The guy is absolutely superb. Manchester United know that they have to bring him down. And yeah, there's been a shout in here from Harry Lamb Kirk on YouTube that says Mario. And I agree. Here we go. Duda. That's a great delivery. Oh, no, it's not.
Duda has to be doing better from set pieces. He's been brought on from Emi Buendia and he's still not finding players, Chris.
I mean, Jack, I'd be in my back garden 24/7, 365 if I was, not hitting the first man after that performance against Everton. I really would.
Completely agree, mate. Lots of chat about penalties. Look, we've got a good record with penalty shootouts since Tim Krul's been in the club.
Let's get there first. I know that everyone's getting excited about that. We know that if it goes through to penalties, we will win this fixture, but we've got to get there first. Oh, no. Oof.
Norwich have defended well in the 19 minutes and 45 seconds of extra time. Norwich have defended very well. We're resolute. We've got Tete sitting just in front of the defence. Of course, if you're just tuning in, Norwich down to 10 men here. Tim Close saw red for a tackle on Odion Igalo, the Manchester United loanee. As I saw someone call him earlier, the Nigerian Ronaldo. He scored once. Can he score again?
Jack, I'm honestly chuffed to pieces with this performance. From Tim Krul up to Timu Pukki, obviously now Switzerland's best DJ. I've been really impressed with how the guys have performed. I really have. They've played the ball. They've been confident. They don't look like a team that's bottom of the Premier League. And that's what we ask for. But look, now's a very, very tough period for Norwich. This is where we start to get leggy. Oh, God.
They're through here. It's Anthony Martial.
All day long. And that's a goal. What?
Duda back there, Chris. Credit where credit's due. Good tackle from Duda.
Yeah. Good tackle from Duda there. Very, very good. But corner kicks, we know how much we love them here at Norwich City Football Club. with the fantastic zonal marking.
This is a great comment from Sam. Could winning the FA Cup stop?
Get up! Oh, what a save! Superb save.
Massive
Really
save
cool there.
The Harry Maguire header. Sam Mulholland says, could winning the FA Cup stop key players such as Aaron's, Wendy, Cantwell, just to name a few, stop them from leaving the club? Yeah, it would go a long way, Sam.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
Help.
What a save that is. That is the save of this season from Tim Krul there. Wonderful stuff to keep us in the tie.
Yeah, 9 minutes left of extra time before penalties. Let us know how you're feeling down in the comment section below. Jez from Bez calling that Gordon Banks-esque. Look, that's an insult to Tim Krul. I'm pretty sure Gordon Banks had posted a Tim Krul up in his bedroom. That's all I'm saying. Come on, the boys.
Anel, stand up. Well done. Stand up. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well done. No! Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Come on, the boys.
Monkey Magic 22 says, Krul, the most underrated player in the division. Look, with saves like that, you could be right. David Lamb says, bloody hell, that's a save. Yeah, completely agree.
I need to say this right now. Monkey Magic 22, best YouTube name on planet Earth. Congratulations. Oh, what a save. Jack, if we go on to win this tie, that's in the history books. Simple as that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, loads of people just loving Timmy Krul in the comment section below.
Tim Krul warming up for penalties. That's what we like to see. Honestly, Jack, I'm so nervous here, though, because you know the quality that Manchester United have got. You know that when you've got a World Cup winner in your midfield, you know, all you can do is expect to win. You know, the pressure is on Manchester United to come at us. And look, maybe that will fall in our favour. Maybe we can hit them on the break. Maybe we can win this before the penalties. But, oh, what a save yet again from Tim Krul.
This is relentless. It's constant. It's a barrage on the Tim Krul goal, but he's keeping it out. He's like, I don't know what he's like. He's like, you know, a wall and a strong that built with the finest concrete.
The Great Wall of Norfolk. I mean, Amadou has clearly lost his title, and it's now been given to Tim Krul. The Great Wall of Norfolk. Congratulations, Tim Krul.
Yeah. Where's this passion been all season?
Stand up. Oh my God.
Oh.
Mate, I can't take this. My heart can't take. Tim! Oh my God.
If you're joining us, it's Norwich City 1, Manchester United 1. There's nearly 500 of you in the stream. If you're joining us, either hit subscribe or hit the like button. It'll help us, you know, rise up the YouTube algorithms or the Facebook algorithms. Welcome along. Tim Krul getting a lot of love in the comments. He's keeping us in the game. Tim Close got sent off. Norwich are down to 10 men. This is the FA Cup quarter-final. Norwich are progressing through the ranks of the FA Cup like there is no tomorrow. Chris, how are you feeling?
Mate, settle. You know, look, 24 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock. So far, so good for Norwich. But we've got to remember the quality that Manchester United have got. We cannot make a single mistake. And looking at our performances in the league this season, Manchester United will know if they continue the pressure, they'll score the winner. So for Norwich City now, for me, I need to see our forward players making more of an impact. We need to bring the ball forwards. And this is why, for me, Jack, what is Daniel Farke doing bringing Duda on?
Look, he's been good since he's been on there, Chris. A few big tackles.
He's been good, mate. A really good opportunity to get a ball into the box, which just went straight. Oh, Jamal, go on, son. Use your athleticism. Oh, that's unlucky.
Let's not forget Jamal, former Luton Town player, represented Bedfordshire in athletics, very, very well-regarded athlete, and shows that on the football pitch as well. Lots of Australian viewers. It's 5 o'clock in the morning over in Melbourne. People have got up early for this game. Norwich players throwing their bodies on the line for the Melbourne residents of the world.
Oh, my God, Jack. I don't think I can take this. I really can't. And you know what I want, Jack, this season? Oh, my God. Get out. Duda, good clearance. Very good. Very good. Absolutely abysmal facial hair, but fantastic clearance.
For the first time in this stream, over 500 of you are watching. You are watching Norwich City against Manchester United in the 25th minute of added time.
Corner kick, get it out. What's happening there? Hello? What's going on there?
I think, Chris.
You want me?
John Moss pulling them back. A little bit of pushing the box, I think, there.
Imagine having the name Moss. I've been dealing with moss on my lawn for far too long, by the way.
He's having a word with Duda there. Maybe it's for the facial hair.
Yeah, I'd give him a verbal for that, to be fair. By the way, Duda versus Igalo. Talk to me about that.
Well, it looks like we've got man marking rather than zonal, which is pleasing.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if I can do this. I actually don't know if I can get to the end of this game, Jack. I'm really sorry, mate.
Look, we've got 3 minutes left of injury of extra time before it's penalties. Penalties, Norwich won in the last round against Spurs to get here on penalties. Can we do it again? Isaac and Mohan. Mohan thinks Manchester United will win. Isaac thinks Norwich City will win. Let us know in the comments who you think will win. Jen, who wins?
Norwich only.
Yes,
Jen, Norwich.
Yes, Jen.
Only Norwich.
Good from you. Better from you.
Thank you. 11
corners to Norwich City's 2. Manchester United bossing the extra time. And then as Igalo goes through, and it's cleared. No, it's in. It's in. It's a goal. It's Harry Maguire. Oh, no. It's in. It's a 27th minute of injury time goal. Harry Maguire has scored. It's scrappy. Norwich couldn't hold on. Oh, no.
Oh.
That could be the end of the FA Cup dream.
Oh, that's such a shame. That's so scrappy.
Harry Maguire scored for Manchester United. It's scrappy. It's been whipped in. Norwich couldn't deal with it. Again, it's scrappy. It falls to Maguire. He gets there first.
What the fuck is our defence doing there? Oh, my God. But talk about luck, Jack. It just falls to them. Just falls to them. Fuck's sake. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt right now. It's going to hurt right now. But we've got to remember that Norwich City are down to 10 men. We've got this far. It's frustrating. But the fact that Manchester United have only been able to score a couple of really scrappy, lucky goals, it does say a lot about Norwich's performance. I know it's really hard to take right now. I can't really believe I'm taking this stance already. But, yeah, it's tough. It's really tough.
I guess, Tim Close is to blame.
Is it?
But Jack, he kind of had to do that, didn't he? He had to do that, Jack. It's just, you know why it hurts so much is that you know that if this goes to penalties, we win. And for me, so frustrating for the boys because they've put everything into this game today. They really have. It's so frustrating. Oh, fuck off.
Adam Eder's on the pitch. Manchester United look to score another. That's blasted over. There's literally seconds left of this game. Harry Maguire has scored, as you can see by the scoreboard above there. It's Norwich 1, Manchester United 2. In the FA Cup quarter-final, Odion Igalo and Harry Maguire, the scorer for Man United. Todd Cantwell, the scorer for Norwich City. Daniel Farker, he looks hot under the collar in that Parker. Oh, it's been unfortunate, Chris.
Oh,
one last long ball into the box. It will be Tim Krul to take a free kick on the halfway line. Let us know in the comments if we're thinking this might go in. What is that?
Fuck me.
Season. That just sums it up, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
Tim Krul.
What the fuck is that? Come on.
We get an extra minute. Do you think, Jack? Yes, 1 minute. 1 minute.
What are we doing that for?
That's shit.
There's a minute of added time. There's 40 seconds left in this game.
Fuck's sake.
Thanks to everyone joining us.
He's popped that right up, hasn't he? What a nightmare.
Unbelievable. And you know what's frustrating, Jack, is the fact that there's so many great Yarmouth Manchester United fans watching this stream and giving us the time and attention. And it's really annoying to see that, there's so many glory hunting pricks following Manchester United. It is disappointing, but there you go. What can we do about it? Absolutely nothing.
What have you made of the Norwich performance today, Chris?
Mate, honestly, genuinely so proud. Genuinely so proud. You know, I know that we've conceded 2 sloppy goals, but both very unlucky.
Game over. Norwich players crestfallen on the pitch. The FA Cup dream is over.
Oh, that sucks.
2-1 defeat. Last minute of injury time, of added time. You can't ask for any more of the Norwich players out there today. Let us know in the comments what you thought of that performance. If you're new to the Talk Norwich City channel, the #1 Norwich City fan channel, hit subscribe and you'll never miss out on more of these live streams. Henry Wales Young says he is gutted. Yash says that sucks.
God. Why is Daniel Farker smiling? Fucks me off. Fuck's sake.
That's disappointing, Chris.
It was so inevitable, isn't it?
I guess it's the story of our season, isn't it?
That last last season, it's just we missed it.
Yeah, it's unbelievably hard to take, Jack, because the lads have done more than enough to win. And for me, and I don't know the stats, I'll try and find them in the coming minutes, but I'm sure that Norwich City have been the better. Look, I know that Manchester United have had more corners than us, but I honestly think that Norwich have been the better side today. We've looked more dangerous. Manchester United have had a couple of scrappy goals, and I know I'm bitter, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But for me, that frustrates me. The fact that we've given away a couple of really terribly sloppy goals. And it's just really frustrating, mate, because if you win that today, it gives us a boost for the rest of the season. And Tim Close, he knows that. I don't think, but he had to make that challenge, mate. That's the problem.
Just see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Alex Tete, the 2 Norwegians conferring on the pitch. Look, I think all we asked for in the last game was a bit of fight, a bit of passion, you know, a bit of application, and we saw that and more today. Norwich were close. Norwich were very close to progressing. We had a lot of good chances in that game, but it wasn't.
It's really difficult, but as much as it hurts me right now, I am honestly so proud of the lads. I really am. To do that, to put on that performance against a team that are really informed, by the way. Don't forget, they absolutely took Sheffield United to the carpet cleaners. I was really impressed with the boys today. Yes, we've given away a couple of really sloppy goals, but overall, I'm really impressed. The season isn't over. The season isn't over. Yes, it's very, very hard to see Norwich City surviving. But if we perform like that, Jack, you never know. It's a great performance. I'm proud of the lads there. I have to give it to them. Defensively, we were good. But this is it, mate. This is the difference between the best teams in the world and the teams that are struggling in the Premier League. They take their chances. And Norwich City today, we had a couple of spells where we looked by far the better team, but we just didn't get a shot on target, Jack. And that is, as we've said plenty of times, that is the story of our season.
Yeah, completely agree. Thanks to everyone joining us. Norwich City have just lost in extra time to Manchester United. It was a 117th minute goal. Harry Maguire, the difference. It was a very good performance actually from Norwich. The shape was far better. The application we saw was far better. Going forwards, still we didn't create too much. Pukki looked slightly off the pace. It was frustrating to see Buendia brought off the Duda. I think he looked very angry.
What's about the difference today, Jack? Do you think? I don't want to deflect. I'm not blaming Daniel Farker for losing the game today because it was dreadful. Both Manchester United goals, I don't think there's actually anyone to blame. Yeah. I think they were both dreadfully unlucky to concede. But that substitution, Emi Buendia going off for Duda after his performance against Everton, surely, Jack, that's got to be a key moment in this game because for me, If Emi Buendia stays on the pitch, we create 2 more chances. And I know that you said Duda's done well. And yes, defensively, there was, I think, 1, possibly 2 nice moments from Duda, but he's not on the pitch to do that. And I'm not blaming Duda either, because he didn't really have any kind of opportunity to bring the ball forwards. But you would feel that Emi Buendia would be a better addition to have in this side.
Yeah, I agree. I think the reaction from I'm just watching the goal back now. It was a ball whipped in from Pogba. There's 4 men around the ball, and it just falls to Harry Maguire. Look, it's unlucky. It's unlucky. I can't put that down to bad defending. It just falls nicely. It comes off Ben Godfrey's left boot. It falls to Maguire. He nips in between Lewis and Tete to tap in. Nothing Krul can do about it. It's really, really unfortunate. But there we go. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup. The furthest we've gone for over 20 years. Wasn't to be.
Yeah, it wasn't to be, Jack. And in light of our performances this season and where we are in the league table, realistically, we knew it was going to be almost an impossible job today. And that's why it was unbelievable that we even got to the point that we did in the game, Jack. But I hope the boys take light of it. They'll be hurting right now in the changing room. They really will. But I do hope that they take some positives from it, because we were better for large periods of that game. And I'm watching this goal back here now, the first one, Igalo. So unlucky. Instinctive finish, of course, but so unlucky for Norwich. We were, strong. Tim Krul there, unlucky, almost got a hand to it as well. I'm proud of Norwich. I'm proud to support my local team. I really am.
So what can we use from this performance? Is Arsenal up next in the league? 7 games left, I believe. Is there a chance?
There's definitely a chance to beat Arsenal, Jack. There really is. I think what we've learned from this game is that we need to start Anel Hernandez. I think that team was much stronger, for sure. And I think if we play like that against Arsenal, we'll win. I really do think that. Because I think defensively we look sound. We were bringing the ball forwards in midfield really nicely. Todd Cantwell there. That's an exquisite finish from that sort of range. It really is. So, look, mate, I'm not actually disappointed. I'm frustrated that they got a couple of lucky goals. But to be fair, it goes without saying that Manchester United will not win this FA Cup when they're coming up against teams like Manchester City, who are by far the better team. So they'll have their night of glory, but we know full well that it'll be over before it started.
Definitely. Thanks to everyone who's joined us for today. I think we'll probably call it a day in a couple of minutes. Get your comments in. What did you think of that game? Norwich City have unfortunately lost to Manchester United 2-1. Goals from Odion Igalo and Harry Maguire was the difference. Todd Cantwell with a stunning strike for Norwich City. The difference, though, Chris, it was that Tim Close red card, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And it's hard because, I do think he had to do it. I do completely empathise with Tim Close. I really do. I do feel sorry for him because, yes, it was cynical. Yes, there was no need for it. But if I was Tim Close, I would have done the same thing. I really would have done. He was grappling him. It wasn't particularly aggressive, but I'm not surprised that decision is gone for the bigger team. By the way, Jack, something really positive to bring up here now that they're showing it on the BBC is Tim Krul's performance today was sublime, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he's, I think he's certainly the favourite for the Player of the Season trophy. He's been magnificent all season and kept us in that game for as long as we were in it.
Yeah,
really good leadership skills. A really good addition to the Norwich squad. Anyway, we're going to call it a day. Norwich City are unfortunately out of the trophy. If you're new to the Talk Norwich City channel and you're watching on YouTube, please do hit subscribe. We're doing these live streams throughout the rest of the season. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a real pleasure speaking to you for the last 2 hours and 57 minutes.
How are you still here?
Chris, final words?
Yeah, honestly, just want to say thank you so much to everyone that's watched, even the Manchester United fans. I really appreciate you watching and giving us your time and attention today. And to the Norwich fans that watch, thank you so much for all of your comments, all of your support. It means a lot to me and Jack. We're really excited to bring in these to bring you these live streams. It's really good to get together because, of course, during this lockdown period, there is a real lack of community. So thank you very much. On the Ball City. Yeah, I think we were all right, and we should take some positives from that. So thanks so much for watching, everyone.
Definitely take the positives. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye bye.
On the Ball City.